So, my personal summary of Nick Rekieta, if I were going to tell you who Nick Rekieta is. Nick Rekieta is a well-known lawyer and YouTuber. Basically, he's like the father of LawTube, or I would consider him that, because LawTube is a very specific section of YouTube. It's like people, obviously there are always like legal YouTubers like Legal Eagle, but I wouldn't say Legal Eagle is part of LawTube. So he innovated this system of reviewing court cases on stream and giving legal commentary. He started off as, and this is like not a well-known fact, but I heard even Dick Masterson talk about this. He started off as a fan in the Dick Masterson community. He was part of the Dick Masterson community Facebook, I believe. And when Dick Masterson and Maddox were embroiled in like a legal battle, because I don't know if you guys remember that. That was like a whole ordeal on the internet. It was a big thing. Nick Rekieta made his first YouTube video. And no, he wasn't a Maddox fan. He was a Dick Masterson fan. And Nick Rekieta made his first video on YouTube because he couldn't figure out how to upload his video to Facebook, I believe. And then from there, he continued to make videos going over the case, etc. No, he was? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure he was, but Dick Masterson was talking about it. Yeah, no, he was a fan of Dick Masterson. Anyways, I heard Dick Masterson himself talk about this. So, yeah, he eventually made his first videos when Dick Masterson and Maddox got involved in that lawsuit, and he decided to review the case online, giving commentary, and he slowly grew his audience off of that commentary. Eventually, Nick Rekieta would continue making videos, and he would gain notoriety from his basically his innovative coverage of Kyle Rittenhouse and the trial around Kyle Rittenhouse. He would go over each day of the trial in detail. And with the growth of more lawtubers, lawyers reviewing cases on YouTube, Nick would form panels full of lawyers to comment on various cases as they were ongoing. And that was also a pretty innovative thing, because what's better than watching one lawtuber, watching all of them on a panel together commentating? And then he continued to grow in size after that from his coverage of the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. And then, yeah, eventually he rose to being the top super chat earner on YouTube. Outside of his legal coverage, however, he would begin to develop a drug habit. Rekieta, I think he presented himself as like a Christian man who chose to homeschool his kids and be part of a small church community. But with all of this newfound fame and attention and money, Rekieta and his wife would continue to explore drugs and their sex life. And this was something that was being commented on for like at least a couple of years, I think. Maybe not a couple of years, maybe a year and a half. But people were commenting, like fans of Rekieta were like looking at what he was doing on Locals, which he would like flirt with a lot of different women on Locals. Him and his wife would flirt with them. A lot of women would post lewds and stuff. And, you know, they were like kind of concerned and kind of like put off by it. And they began to partake in swinging. So then eventually Nick and Kayla Rekieta would become involved with another couple. And that other couple is Aaron Imholte and his wife, April Imholte. You will know Aaron Imholte because he is one of the hosts of the SteelToe Morning Show, or maybe he is the host. I don't know too much about his show. So yeah, they would start swapping partners and doing drugs together, getting very close. Aaron Imholte eventually left the situation, but his wife, April Imholte, started living with Nick Rekieta and Kayla Rekieta in what almost seems like a poly relationship. Now he's the only host. April used to host before they separated. Yeah, I think I remember seeing clips of that as well. Oh, Bleeding Heart Centrist, thank you for the sub on Twitch. Yeah, I mean, even him like advertising the Balldo is wild, right? Here, let me pull it up for you guys. And I'll give you guys a little taste of who Nick, or at least who he's been recently. So, 1 second. Oh, let me take this text out.
The Balldo. It takes it out to you. So the Balldo review is coming at some point. I've got
And this is
at least
information.
one.
By the way, this is information like I think most of the internet would have been happy not knowing. You know, I feel like this is information that most of the internet would be happy having like not known. But you know, it is what it is. I don't know if he had like a Balldo sponsorship or if he was just really promoting it because he liked it that much. I'm a little bit confused on that one, but you know, it is what it is.
One more full-on go with it. We started with no rings, added 1 ring. The rings are better. The rings are better. So as a demonstrable. We'll do this real quick. We won't spend all this time on this because, like I said, a full review is coming. But so here you go. This is the Balldo, and this number. This is Drexel's. This is unused, but this number you got to do and shove your balls in there, and it's really terrifying that you might snap them shut, and it just like these things kind of get in the way. All right. So
he was a fan of the original Biggest Problem. Yeah, the original's Biggest Problem in the universe was co-hosted by Maddox and Dick Masterson. So that makes sense. If I messed that up, my apologies. So he must have been a fan of both of them or something. But he ended up like uploading. Dick Masterson was talking about it. Like he ended up uploading his review of the court case basically on YouTube. So he found the lawsuit funny and uploaded it to Facebook because he couldn't figure out YouTube. No, it's the other way around. He uploaded it to YouTube because he couldn't figure out Facebook.
No ring, not recommended. Once you put this on first, this guy goes on, and it goes on way easier. You got to lubricate the inside of this thing, all right? And you got to lubricate.
Interesting. Okay, see, I didn't know that part of this, that he was all over Maddox first, and then he switched to being a fan of Dick Masterson. Okay. Yeah.
Ball sack. But then you pop this thing open, drop the boys in, and then this thing goes right up to the top. All right. This thing goes on real easy once that's all contained. Way, way better once you got one ring on. Now, I can't tell you about 2 rings, but 2 rings is going to be, we'll see. Might have to wait a couple days. Oh, but that's the weird thing about it. You have to put it on while you are completely unaroused. You have to put it on while you're completely unaroused. If you try and put that thing on while you have an erection, it will not work. Guys, you know about this. What's my affiliate link? I don't.
It's just like, yo, dude, I did not need to know this much detail about you know? I did not need to know this much. But yeah, basically it's a tool that you put on. It's like a, well, what do you call it? It's kind of like, is it called like a sleeve? Like, what is it called? The sleeves that you put on your dick? It's kind of like that, but for your balls. And then you can put your balls in somebody's, orifices. So I'm forwarding you my therapy bill. Don't forward it to me. Forward it to Nick Rekieta, okay? I'm not making the money that dude makes, okay? Yeah, like a cock sleeve or something like that. Yeah. But for your balls, basically. Hi, LEB. We're just starting off with the Nick Rekieta drama. So yeah, okay, recapping real quick, okay? Since I got one detail wrong. He was a fan, Nick Rekieta started off, he was a fan of the original Biggest Problem in the Universe podcast, which was co-hosted by Maddox and Dick Masterson. He was originally a fan of Maddox, and then he became a fan of Dick Masterson, and when Dick Masterson and Maddox had their legal battle, then Nick Rekieta started covering it because he thought it was funny. He couldn't figure out how to upload to Facebook, so he was doing it on YouTube. And that's how he kind of started his thing. Then after that, he continued to review things on stream. And one of the things that really blew him up was the Kyle Rittenhouse case. His coverage of that was pretty good. And he just ended up growing, skyrocketing in growth from specifically that. He also would get a bunch of law tubers onto a panel and have all of them live react to court cases. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting stuff. So he was basically on top of the world, I feel, like, I mean, for a YouTuber, like the dude was living the life, Oh my goodness, look at all these subs on Twitch. Bleeding Heart Centrist, thank you for giving out 10 community sub gifts. That's so kind of you. I hope you're doing well. Personally, I think if you need to make sex ridiculous, you're not doing it right. Look, I don't care if you make sex ridiculous. It's like, to me, the thing is, like, it's weird to, like, tweet out that you're homeschooling your kids to protect them from perverts in the public school system while you're being a pervert at home. Like, what are you protecting your kids from, That's my stance on it. So Aaron, I don't know how long they'd been swinging, but I only became aware of it recently. And there had been rumors going around from his audience about his swinging and all of that. And eventually I think, people just figured it out and he didn't deny it or whatever. Okay, so it's been at least 2 years that he's been talking about male-female dynamics, it looks like. So yeah, it's around 2022, he started talking about male-female dynamics and whatever fun topics, And I think that's when, things kind of became much on stream. So you know, his streams got and more like kind of relaxed, I guess. Yeah, it's interesting. So that's when his audience diverged to A-Log. Interesting. Yeah, and then the wine mom audience stayed. It's so weird. He has like a bunch of wine moms who are like super loyal to him. He started talking about the gross sex things after the Amber Heard trial because he got a whole new audience of wine moms. Yeah. Just wait for the nose though. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, he seemed like he was like, he seemed kind of like socially conservative, libertarian-esque. I don't know what his exact political views are, but that's kind of like the feel I get from him, which I think is kind of weird given the way that he lives his life, right? I mean, I feel like it's weird given how so many of these conservative commentators live their lives. They're like, you know, advocating for like, you know, living traditionally or whatever, and think that people who do other things are like degenerate, but like a lot of them are engaging in a lot of degenerate. I feel like I'm way more like tame, way more white bread than most of these like conservative commentators, you know? So anyways, conservative, he's a Lolbert, yeah, a Lolbertarian. So basically what happened is that he started drinking pretty heavily, and his audience was concerned about, or his previous audience was concerned about his heavy drinking. When they would express being concerned, he would basically tell people to f off or not even respond. And yeah, it wasn't going over too well. Then, you know, he looked like he was doing drugs and stuff, and yeah, like he started talking about all the sex stuff and all of that. So, and then let's just get right into the most recent incident, because I don't want to get too into the details of his personal life. I feel like we can just watch some like commentary YouTuber's video on him. So Blooterbell says, I'm a trans lesbian and I lead a more godly life than these people by almost any standard other than faith. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Once the coat comes out, all bets are off when it comes to degeneracy. That's true. That's very true. Nick was doing fat reels off of April's giant forehead. Jesus Christ, Chris, you can't say like that. What the f? Oh my goodness. Okay. So May 23rd, he gets arrested. And here is the arrest, you know, that where people find out that he was arrested, basically. This is an archive. Stardust, we need the cat wall. Haha. What is the cat wall? I don't know what I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm deep into the story, deep. Ask me anything. Nice. Okay. Well, it's good to have people who know this a little bit better than me. So yeah, here it is. So you can see here, this came out on the 23rd of May. Nick Rekieta was arrested. People found this and people were like, yo, what the f? And it was making the news on the internet and it was going around everywhere. People didn't believe it at first, right? And so, I mean, like, look at his face here, like wild, you know? So yeah, Nick Rekieta and Kayla Rekieta. So that people first noticed that basically, yeah, he was arrested, and, you know, it says court/pending, 5th degree, possession of scheduled drugs or whatever, possession of ammo or any firearm while using controlled substances. Same thing for Nick Rekieta. Kayla looks like a ghoul. Nah, I think she looks okay. I think she looks fine. She looks better than I do. She looks better at whatever age she is than I do at my current age. Anyways, April, then people realized pretty quickly, April was also arrested. She's just, let me see if I can find her. Oh, there she is. Then April was also arrested. 5th degree possession of scheduled drugs. And so, yeah, people started speculating, like, what the f is going on? That was a whole thing. And we can take a look at their mugshots even, if you want, in more detail. This is Nick. I mean, just like look at him. What I found interesting about his mugshot is it looks like he's been like injured in the eye. Like if you look close up, like something happened. What happened to his eye? I know somebody said it was because he fell or something. Also his Rasta colored tank top. Yeah, damn. Dude dresses like a frat bro. Does he have false lashes on? No, he does not. They would not allow him to wear that. I don't think. Anyways, that's his mugshot. Kayla's mugshot. She actually, now that I look closer at her, yeah, she looks a little rough here. She still looks like zonked out of her mind, you know? And then April probably has the best mugshot because she just looks banging. She's a very attractive lady. That's the tank top from the Swing Resort Hedonism 2. Oh, yeah. Another thing for people to know is that, like, I think before Nick was like open about having this like poly slash like swinging thing going on with his wife, the Kiwi Farms actually traced vacation pictures that he posted, and they traced it to this like swinger resort called Hedonism 2 or something like that. So Rick says she's going bald though. I mean, look, so am I. Who isn't? When you grow up ugly, nothing bothers you. Nothing that anybody says about your looks can bother you. Hedonism 2 in Jamaica. Yeah. So the incident report was from Thursday at 8:39 a.m. And we can take a look at the incident report. Let me pull it up here. Hedonism 3. I don't know where I don't know if there is a hedonism 3. Okay. Stop. Give me a second. Why are you doing hedonism when you have 5 young children? That's the thing. When I talk about this, like one of the arguments like I've seen people making is that like, oh, 6-year-olds don't need that much, the 6-year-olds are bathing themselves. No, they're not. Usually I feel kids aren't like bathing themselves by themselves until they're like 8. And even then, you're still reminding them. You're still telling them, hey, it's time for you to go take a bath. Hey, it's time for you to go brush your teeth. So there are promotional videos for the hedonism resorts on YouTube if you want to have a laugh. Oh, that's a good idea. We should look at that. Let me pull it up. I didn't know how to use a shower by myself until I was like 8. Yeah. Yeah. And so usually parents are still helping their kids wash and brush their teeth and guiding them, telling them when it's time to do things. Like, as a parent, you are still, Eli Goose, by the way, thank you for the subscribe. You are still guiding that child, Star, who's taking care of the kids, by the way, currently, I think they're with a grandparent. They're with Kayla's parents, I believe. Anyways, as I went over, they were arrested on the 23rd of May. Okay. And so everybody is looking to find out like what happened. Why did this guy get arrested? Right? So then somebody finds the incident report. Okay. So this is the incident report. Kandiyohi County Sheriff's Office incident report. And then basically this person came and says, short description, have a mandatory reporting issue I want to speak to an officer about. And then officer name, badge number, etc. And then this is what it is. Possible child neglect / and then it shows everybody who's been arrested. Arrested Nick Rekieta, Kayla Rekieta, Imholte, April Imholte. And then it is showing these charges, drugs 5th degree, drugs 5th degree, drugs 5th degree, possession of ammo. And so, yeah, this is the incident report that comes out. So people are like speculating, right? Then after that, here's another thing I need to point out, actually. Sorry. So one thing you'll notice about this incident report, so they were arrested on the 23rd of May, right? This was reported on the 16th of May. The 23rd of May is a Thursday. The 16th of May is a week prior, the Thursday the week prior. So somebody came in Thursday, May 16th, made this report as a mandatory reporter. Then on the 23rd, that is when the police showed up with the warrant. Remember, this report was filed very early in the morning on, I believe it was like 9 a.m. or something, 8:30 or 9 a.m. Mandatory reporting for possible child neglect or. And this is what the children do Wednesday night. Listen to this.
Then dinner time comes around and my kids have their church activities because it's Wednesday and we go to a Protestant church, and Protestants are broken backwards people because they're like, you know what? Catholics are wrong about everything because the Pope. Now, this Pope, remember which Pope they split from. Remember that Protestants split from the Pope who's like, yeah, you got to buy stuff from me. Like,
so basically, if you didn't catch it, he says at the beginning, here.
Then dinner time comes around and my kids have their church activities because it's Wednesday.
Dinner time comes around and it's Wednesday and my kids have their church activities. So it was the pastor who reported.
And we go to a Protestant church, and Protestants are broken backwards people because they're like, you know what? Catholics
I don't know when this clip is from.
Are wrong about everything.
Oh, May 8th. This is from May 8th. Actually, so it's weird because he seems like pretty resentful of his church already in this clip. This is from May 8th. He is going on about, Protestants are backwards people, whatever, right? So the pastor
because the Pope.
it.
Now this Pope, Remember which pope they split from. Remember that Protestants split from the pope who's like, yeah, you got to buy stuff from me like forgiveness. And I'm going to kill all the, and they're like, oh, well, we want to be Protestants who hate all the same people, but we just don't want, like, we want a divorce or whatever, king. And so they do that. And then they become progressively more weird with the years. So Protestants are like, no, Wednesday night, what we have to do is gather all the children in one place. Like, that's strange. Not even the Catholics are that gross, but that's what the Protestants do. They gather all the children in one place on Wednesday. So I have to take all my kids to the church activities. And of course, it's a parent participation night.
Okay. Yeah. So Wednesday night, he takes his kids to church activities. So what is the most likely thing? Who's the most likely person to have reported the possible child neglect or child abuse? Somebody from the church. Okay. So people started speculating about that. Also, another clip I'd like to play for you guys. This is May 8th, where he's talking about his church. A day before, he gets upset at his kid while he's drunk. Okay.
Why would you do this? Oh, hold on. Seriously, it's past bedtime. What do you want? Give me just a second, guys. Let's be quick. Oh my God. Oh my God, these kids. Dad, what? My older sibling said, I can't be on my bed. Why? Because I'm loud. Why on earth are you loud? Well, I was reciting all the words to an Alec Benjamin song. Why on earth would anyone do that? Insane people in padded rooms don't do that. Why are you reciting an Alec Benjamin song? Because I listened to it and I liked it. What was it called? I sent my therapist to therapy. You're 6. You're 6. Well, I like Alec Benjamin.
6-year-olds are gonna do these things. But anyways, he's like, he gets mad. He's obviously drunk in this video.
He's 30. He's not a public school teacher. He will not. He can't marry you. We're not a Muslim country. A 30-year-old like Alec Benjamin cannot marry a 6-year-old. His name is not Bin Salam Allahu Akbar Obama. He cannot do that. You cannot have an arranged marriage to Muhammad Prophet because you're American and you're goddamn Christian. And if Jesus
Star, your debate with Dick was wild. It was great content, by the way. Thank you. The sweeping was wild. Thank you.
Christ has a problem with that, he can come back down to earth and I will whip his ass to Palestine. He get thrown from the Wailing Wall. I don't give. You know why? Because Muhammad is garbage.
Yeah, and this is another thing. Tiamat makes a great point here. A lot of his fans were concerned about him to the point where I think he had a major change in his audience because of how drunk he was getting on streams and just how he was acting, how he was on streams, etc.
In Romans, he said to live is Christ, to die is gain. You know what he didn't say? To live is Muhammad. To live is Christ, to die is gain.
This is so cringe, if for nothing else, just because his kids could see this. Yeah.
To rape is Muhammad. To be raped is Muhammad's child pride. And to justify the rape is the Quran. And to make it disgusting are Democrats. And to make it effective are suicide vests. And to make it worse is George Bush. And to make it even worse is CNN. Because all CNN wants to do is not shove a suicide vest up your ass, but a suicide dick with tannerite.
Like, what are you even saying, bro? But okay.
And give every criminal a Glock 22.
Like, okay, I will say, it's funny. His ramblings are funny, but like, goddamn, dude's really going off about his 6-year-old.
You are government ordered to be balls.
He has 5 kids and a wife.
Deep in a homeless buttock to keep them warm. Another homeless comes up.
Do you think he's high doing that? He's drunk at least during this stream in particular. The f is he talking about? Wasn't he just talking about his kid? Yeah, he was, yeah.
And shoot your that Glock 22. And you explode. Both you, your tannerite, your dick, and the homeless person all explode.
I hope he didn't say all this to his 6-year-old, because goddamn, dude.
Like a Cher Bukkake from Sunny's Ghost when she does a seance. God, I hate everybody who's a Democrat, who likes skiing, and who likes.
Okay. So that was from May 7th. That was him getting mad at his 6-year-old. May 8th, you see him talking his church. And, you know, we find out that this was reported by the pastor in the church. Now, Nick has his kids homeschooled. And the schooling that they do is through the church. And so we have the arrest reports. So this is the complaint order. This is complaint order. Nicholas Robert Rekieta. This complaint submits to, and this is basically, this complaint submits this complaint to the court. and states that there is probable cause to believe defendant committed the following offenses: drugs, second degree, possession of 25 grams or more cocaine or methamphetamine. Count 2, possession of ammo / any firearm, user of controlled substance. Count 3, charge, endangerment of children, permit present, okay, whatever, sale, possession of controlled substance. Okay, so this is the application for the search warrant. And we've gone over this before, but I'll go over it again. Basically, here it is, application for search warrant. I, Quinn Pomplin, a licensed peace officer in state of Minnesota, make an application to this court for a warrant to search the premises and persons described below for the property and things described below. So basically, this officer gives his credentials, why he's qualified to apply. Then there's this. Affiant believes the reports of neglect and controlled substance are consistent with the previously mentioned information. So on May 16th, 2024, Kandiyohi County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Dave Nestor received a report regarding possible child neglect and controlled substance use. The reporter indicated that Nicholas Robert Rekieta, date of birth, blah, 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 residing, blah, blah, blah. He resides at this residence with his wife, Kayla, and his 5 children ages 6 to 16. The reporter indicated that 4 people from their church had gone to him, reporting neglect to the children, possible controlled substance use, and a questionable relationship with an additional couple. It was reported that Nicholas is a social media blogger, and he and his wife, Kayla, had befriended hosts from a different local social media blogger. Those individuals were identified as Aaron Imholte and April Imholte. Your affiant knows personally these are personalities of the SteelToe Morning Show, which used to be in St. Cloud, Minnesota radio. However, as of recent years, the show has been a social media entertainment show, strictly online based. It was reported that the Imholtes may have been staying with the Rekietas, and the home was in disarray and cluttered. It was reported from a church preschool teacher that the children had complained of being hungry, not being fed, and wearing the same clothes for 3 to 4 days at a time, and would start to smell. Nicholas was reported to being lethargic and appeared high or drugged driving a car around. Another individual advised the reported that Nicholas will walk out randomly during sermons at church and have noticed behavioral changes in him. It was alleged Kayla looks more anorexic and Nicholas has lost a substantial amount of weight recently. One individual described Nicholas of having injection or track marks on his arms. The reporter reiterated concerns for possible neglect and/or controlled substance use within the home. Your affiant started to review the Rekietas and Imholte's social media blogs. The blogs are commonly related to legal issues and high-profile trials, as Nicholas is a licensed attorney. Nicholas is known to drink alcoholic beverages excessively on these video blogs. I immediately noted that Nicholas's appearance in recent months has changed. It has dramatically, by the way, guys. In videos from January 2024 compared to May 2024, Nicholas appears to have lost weight, appears tired, and overall appears strung out, common with controlled substance users. Nicholas commonly refers to his studio as his basement in his own residence. Nicholas has been the victim of swatting phone calls and is known to your affiant and the Kandiyohi County Sheriff's Office because of these calls. While reviewing Imholte's social media video blogs, Aaron recently indicated that he and April were getting a divorce. Aaron goes on to say he has experimented with cocaine 3 times and Molly 6 or 7 times in the past recently. Throughout Imholte's video blogs, it is apparent that they and the Rekietas were friends and may have had a falling out. It should be noted that in recent videos of the Imholtes, April has at times also appeared tired, lethargic, and strung out as well. In both Nicholas's and Imholte's video blogs from Rekieta Studio, it's apparent they are in the same room and the items in the background appear the same. At one point during the Imholte's video, Nicholas walks in the background and grabs an item, which would show that the background is not a backdrop curtain and that it was the layout of the actual room. How many of you guys in here have gone over this report yet? On the 22nd of May, Imholte did a video blog where he talked about Nicholas and insinuated controlled substance use, and also referenced a video blog that Nicholas put online that had since been taken off the internet. So again, remember, this officer, one of the officers gets this report on May 16th from the pastor about the neglect, possible neglect, the kids being hungry and wearing the same clothes and smelling. And so from that time onwards, this officer is investigating, seeing if there's any reason for them to go and you know, check on them, right? So yes, this officer starts investigating over the next week, and then they file this application. Is there a date on it? Yes, on the 23rd. Wow, on the 23rd, I think. I think that's when it says. That can't be right, because they were arrested on the 23rd. unless it was like really fast. Anyways, well, I can't find it out. But anyways, it's dated the 23rd at the top here. But yeah, I don't know. The judge must have just figured it must have either the judge approved this really quickly or yeah, whatever. Anyways, back to this. So this officer received the report on the 16th, and then the officer's investigating. On the 22nd of May, oh, it is. Fuck, this was on the 23rd. So it was like the same day. Wow. It was the same day. That's crazy quick turnaround for child services. Yeah. It must have been really bad if they moved that fast. Yeah. Because this officer is saying on the 22nd of May, Imholte did a video blog where he talked about Nicholas and insinuated controlled substance use, and also referenced a video blog Nicholas put online on the 21st of May that had since been taken off the internet. Imholte indicates in his blog that Nicholas needs help and needs to get help for his kids because of his substance. Imholte points out a time in the video where Nicholas has a white powdery substance on his nose. On the 22nd of May, your affiant was able to review the videos taken off of YouTube and Rumble's social media sites. The video is from 5/21 and is of Nicholas in his basement studio talking about court appeals ruling he lost. He appears in the video to be drinking alcoholic beverages, and it eventually appears under the influence of a substance or substances. The entire video blog is 4 hours and 4 minutes long. Approximately 2 hours and 46 minutes into the video, Nicholas leaves to go use the restroom. When he returns at 2 hours and 50 minutes, he appears to be making an excited look and has a white powdery substance on his nose. Your affiant believes his behavior is indicative of central nervous system stimulants. Your affiant believes, based on training and experience as well as the behavior of Nicholas, that he ingested this white powdery substance through his nasal cavity while off camera. Is this normal to arrest as soon as you have a warrant? No, I know it's normal to arrest as soon as you have a warrant. I'm just saying the application for the warrant was the 23rd. I don't know how applications for warrants go. The application for the warrant was the 23rd, and it looks like the judge turned it around very, very quickly, if I'm reading this correctly. Okay. Your affiant knows through training and experience that ingesting controlled substances through a nasal cavity is common amongst controlled substance users and is often referred to as snorting. Your affiant also noted throughout the video Nicholas is so under the influence of a substance to the point he has to close one eye to read his screen, rambles, and slurs his speech. Nicholas would obviously not be able to care for his children in this state of intoxication. It should be noted your affiant was a drug recognition evaluator for several years, and based on your affiant's training and experience, the behavior of Nicholas in his video blog indicates polysubstance use, meaning it is believed he was ingesting more than one substance based on his behavior, being both excited and nearly passing out. This can be consistent behavior of using both CNS stimulants and depressants. This is not a CPS report. Yeah, this is just an application for a warrant. I don't know how quickly warrants are turned around. So sometimes the Fed will literally show up at a judge's house to get it signed as soon as they call their squad to proceed with the arrest. Maybe, but it's a small town. Things go through quickly all the time. Yeah, I don't know what the average turnaround is on an application for a warrant. Your affiant believes that the reports of neglect and controlled substance abuse are consistent with the previously mentioned information. Okay. I request a search warrant to be issued. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, no, this is the 22nd. Okay. At 4:02 p.m. So I was wrong. Okay. So the application for a warrant was filed the 22nd at 4:02 p.m. And let's see. The search warrant was approved to Quinn Poplin. And this is the search warrant being approved. And let's see. 4:06 p.m. The judge signed it off at 4:06 p.m. So it was the same day. It was like 2 minutes later. Damn. Okay. Damn. Maybe he just went to the court. And then this is in receipt, inventory, and return. And so the officer showed up. Judge Jennifer Fisher signed off on this, I guess. And this is all the stuff that they found. Evidence. So that's what we have so far. Okay. So that was the application for the warrant. So then once the warrant was received on May 23rd, the police caught Nicholas Rekieta near his home. The police ended up breaking down their door with a battering ram because Nick wouldn't give them the code. And I'm just trying to find the full... Was there body cam release? No, they're working on it. So this is not a CPS report, clearly, Crystal. This is just a warrant to search, right? CPS is not going to be releasing anything, and I think in Minnesota. Yeah, and CPS would have called the police, I think, anyway. Yeah. But, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Anyways. Okay. Pull this up. Oh, have a good one, Zaj. Okay. Oh, yeah. I think we looked at this already. Order for detention. Yeah, we looked at this. Is there anything else? Oh, Okay, here it is. True, please like the stream, guys. So here are the counts that they're charged with. Statement of probable cause. The complainant states the following facts establish probable cause. Your complainant, a licensed peace officer, is employed by the Kandiyohi County Sheriff's Office in this capacity. Your complainant believes the following to be true and correct. On May 23rd, 2024, at approximately 9:13 a.m., a search warrant was executed for Nicholas Robert Rekieta and Kayla Rekieta that reside in the residence. As law enforcement approached the residence, Nicholas Rekieta was traveling southbound in a vehicle. Nicholas Rekieta was stopped by law enforcement. Upon knocking on the door, a juvenile female opened the door and wouldn't let them in. Nicholas Rekieta would not provide the door code to enter the residence. Law enforcement entered the home utilizing a door ram. Upon entry, law enforcement located Kayla Rekieta and April Imholte, and 4 juveniles were also in the home. Officers noted the home was extremely cluttered. There were clothes everywhere, dirty dishes, dust, and an overall dirty home. Again, this Nicholas Rekieta, this dude's like making millions, right? Like he can afford to clean his house or have somebody clean it for him. But anyways, Nicholas Rekieta returned to the home with law enforcement. He demanded a copy of the search warrant. When given a copy, he looked at it and threw it on the ground. It was just like, goddamn, dude. During the search, law enforcement located the following in the master bedroom. The following items were located in the master bedroom near the nightstand. Yellow snort tube, positive for cocaine. Black vial with white substance inside that field tested positive for cocaine and weighed 2.2 grams. 2 credit cards listed to April Imholte. 22 caliber spent shell casings on the floor of the nightstand in the master bedroom. Why there are spent shell casings on the floor of the master bedroom is confusing me. Following items located underneath the bed in the master bedroom. Sig Sauer AR with several magazines and loose ammunition. The following item was located in the master bedroom dresser. Glass container with metal filter and grinder, and glass container that field tested positive for cocaine. I know, he threw it on the ground. And I threw it on the ground. We need to play that song. We need to play that song. Just a second. He's not gonna be a part of your system. This is literally Nick Rekieta. Okay? Just a second. This is literally Nick Rekieta. Dude, we need this for Nick Rekieta. Somebody needs to do a Nick Rekieta version of this. It's so good. Man, I'm not gonna be a part of your system. I won't conform. Yeah, I'm not gonna be part of your wife. Yeah. Yeah, we need to have like Rekieta version of this. It's pretty funny. Okay. Jenny and Stardust twins. Who's Jenny Slate? I don't know who that is. So, dude, I'm trying to find the Stitch Together thing. Somebody found this Stitch Together. There's a Stitch Together document that somebody posted that basically listed all the people who, well, not all the people. So Kayla Rekieta, her sister, actually expressed concern about the kids as well. So it wasn't just the pastor. It wasn't just the pastor. It was Kayla Rekieta's sister also expressed concern. And there was also the preschool teacher in the church expressed concern. So it was like multiple people, and that's not even counting like 4 different people who reported to the pastor. Rekieta went live? Yes, he did. He did. We're gonna watch it in a little bit. So what's interesting about this thing is we went over these documents, right? And you can see that it's like this Judge Jennifer Fisher, right? Judge Jennifer Fisher was the person who was originally overseeing this case. Nick Rekieta actually had talked pretty publicly about Judge Jennifer Fisher. So, well, I'm introducing all the background in this, okay? Let me just, in fact, before we get into the judge, there's a really good segment that Null did 4 months ago, I think.
Steam Bennett. Rekieta embarrassed himself. We know. We saw it. We were all there. Nothing needs to be added to this. My commentary's already been insightful. Stalker child enjoy prison for 10 says, seeing rackets evolve fully over the last few months has unironically convinced me to stop drinking. Bad family history, so might as well cut it out now before I end up a schizo rambling was uninformed. Rekieta, I talked about this actually last stream, and I did not do a good job covering it because I was uninformed on what exactly was being discussed. So now that I've rewatched it, I have to show you guys a clip of Commando 1985.
I'm just gonna fast forwarding it. We're gonna watch this again. We've already watched it, but there are a lot of new people here who haven't seen everything yet. So so far we've gone through the application for the search warrant, the actual search warrant. We've gone over the incident report. We've gone over, the arrest stuff. We've gone over it being the pastor who reported, etc. Okay, so now we're going over something that Null had talked about on one of his streams in February.
Decided to randomly just dox him and call him out, and I don't know why. He didn't really justify this. He just smugly preened about it on his stream. And I'll play. It's 30 minutes, so but I'll click at like random moments, and it's just like really up.
God, I hope I'm doing this okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I feel like I wanted this to be really organized, but I feel like half of this is me sorting through documents. But anyways, I apologize. I hope this is entertaining enough for you guys. I know we've been like fluctuating in viewers around this, which is indicating me my performance is mixed. So anyways.
And
being an asshole. So let's start at like the first 30 seconds, and then I'll skip ahead and I'll just keep doing that.
Some of these Kiwi farmers, some of these commentators, here we go. This is fun. Not only do I know them,
Stars, you're doing great. Just chill. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right.
do I know their failures? Do I know their social security checks? Do I know their inability to even contact their own family for help?
Cool,
Do I know their
Keldosh.
desire to leave their own state? Oh, man. Oh, man. I cannot imagine being in the place that this man is.
So
he
there's a thing that he keeps doing in this video, and I have no frame of reference to describe what it is besides to talk about Bossman Jack. And so I will use this as an opportunity to discuss Bossman Jack yet again. Bossman Jack smokes crack. A side effect of crack is that you tend to not sleep because it is a stimulant and it deprives you of sleep. A side effect of not sleeping, which is not combated by crack, is hallucinations. If you stay up for 3+ days, perhaps high on crack cocaine, you may start seeing things that aren't real, particularly bugs for whatever reason. If there are bugs, from what I understand, after 3 days, you start seeing bugs in the peripheral of your vision. For instance, on the ceiling, there's a very interesting clip where Bossman.
And it's funny because I showed this to another person and they were basically talking about the same thing. Yeah, like it looks like he's seeing bugs. So.
Jack really freaks out. He like jumps and looks up at the ceiling and says, "What the f is that?" And never mind, because he saw like an insect or something crawling on his ceiling out the corner of his eye as a result of sleep deprivation. Rekieta is doing the same thing. For whatever reason, while pontificating about how big of a loser Jon is, he keeps glancing up at the ceiling as if there is some kind of tentacle monster up there that's glaring at him and staring him down.
has to go.
No, I mean, if you show this to anybody, if you show this like link to anybody, this specific stream, anybody who has like a medical background, they'll be like, yeah, it looks like he's like looking at something, like, you know,
to a YouTube streamer to beg.
And it's gonna be like, what I'll say about KF is like, it really depends on the thread, how accurate the information is. But I do think that this has been, they've been pretty on point with a lot of the stuff in this. So
beg for a shred of attention. Say, please, Rackets, I love you. Oh man, begging is embarrassing. I love you. My family hates me. I can't get a job. I'm so mentally handicapped. Like I can't do anything. And my name is Jon. All I want to do, I want to die. I want to put a bullet in my mouth, but I can't afford a gun. Texting me this, by the way. I'm like, hey, holy brother, you want to kill yourself? Like, that's not good. No, I deserve to die. Well, I mean, probably, but seriously, no, that's not good. Can you buy an Uber and go to the hospital? No, I can't afford an Uber. You can't afford an Uber? Like $8. You can't afford one. Why? I'm on Social Security because we used to be so successful. Oh, man, that's embarrassing. Man, that is embarrassing, right? I'm such a piece of shit. My family hates me. Nobody loves me. I'm just going to kill myself. You're messaging me. You're texting a YouTuber. Holy.
Seesaw Rosie says, I have insomnia and have the insect thing as well because of sleep deprivation, and it does look like this. He's a bit worse, though, probably because of the drugs. Yeah.
What is on the ceiling? Is it ceiling cat? Hold up. Oh my god, that's a funny meme. I'm gonna do that. I'll let this play out a little. I'll skip it. You know what? He's in a good round. I'll let that continue.
Oh my god, man, that's embarrassing. Right, Jon? You're texting me. And I say, what? I'm like, holy shit, please don't kill yourself.
You know, what really gets me is like last time we went over this, people were making jokes about like, you know, the ceiling cats and, you know, that's what Null is doing here. But he also, he keeps talking about Jon. And somebody brought up like, it could be just Jon from like Garfield, right? and it would like totally go with everything. Maybe the ceiling cats he's seeing are Garfield. Maybe he's talking to Jon from Garfield, you know?
First of all, you can't afford the bullets. You've already expressed that. You can't afford the Hardys.
Also, he spends so long just talking to this one chatter named Jon.
Kill you either. You're
So,
just you.
so much
You're
time
just a useless pile of
dedicated to
garbage.
this.
I f***ed it up. I f***ed it up in random. I dropped ceiling cat into the video. That's okay. It's like 2 minutes in. I didn't lose it. I meant to drop it into OBS, not into the browser. Here we go. Okay, 2 minutes. I might have f***ed everything up yet again, chat. I can't keep getting away with it. All of this drama and disaster caused because I wanted to add a little bit of ceiling cat. Let's skip ahead to like 5 minutes this time. Looking up at ceiling cat again.
Oh my God, I can't even change my own diapers or whatever you are, Jon, right? Jon? Right, Jon? You remember this conversation?
Jon.
I literally said, Jon, if you do not start walking to that hospital.
Eldritch Horror Garfield haunting him Stardust? Oh, that would be so good. That would be so good.
Ask for some help. I will call 911 because you are too incapable of saving your own life that you will call the only friend you have on this earth when your family and friends have disowned you. And you're sitting there. And what was it New Mexico or Arizona? I don't know.
It does look like he's looking at the cats.
Jon,
I
you
have
tell
to
me.
give it to Josh
sitting
for
there.
that. It's pretty
In a
funny.
Southwest state full of illegal immigrants. This state will save every person on earth except you because you're white, Jon. Because they expect you to save yourself.
I mean, like what we need honestly is like one of these cutout holes, and then we need like realistic Garfield popping out and like staring at him, but like kind of like a weird looking Garfield, you know? This is the Dear Jon stream. He's on a fan that asked him for help during a suicidal time. He got mad at Jon for disagreeing with him. Yeah, true. By the way, guys, if you like the content, please consider subscribing, super chatting, becoming a member. I greatly appreciate it. A lot of my videos that I upload are going to yellow, so they're not like fully monetized. So any and all support is greatly appreciated. You could animate them like a VTuber setup so that the cats will go back into the hole when they're not being looked at. That's really funny, Keldosh.
You had no one to call except when someone you paid $5 a month to be your friend. And then they did give you friendly advice all the time. They talk to you, right? Because you reached out.
I know.
So
on the other side now.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so pathetic. I so want to kill myself that I'm going to go to the clinic. Jon, I have to put
He's looking on
Nick
the other side.
Rekieta in Minnesota. I have to put Nick Rekieta of Minnesota is my emergency contact. I'm still I get some emergency contact. Still there. Here's why.
Okay, now we're set.
I talked this man off the ledge.
No, we just mentioned it. Jon is one of the chatters and somebody who reached out to Rekieta privately about going through like a tough time personally, and Jon had disagreed with him on something in the chat, and Nick Rekieta just goes on a rant, you know? So.
Hours of time. Hours of time. Hey, man, please, just don't kill yourself. Life is worth this. Life is.
It's like he's asking for permission from Ceiling Cat. He's like, should I mention that? Should I really say this? It seems like it might be bad spirited. Yes, meow. Say it, meow. Fun of him for being a loser, meow. So I think that's really cool.
I don't care about the $5. I care about please don't kill yourself. At least be killed by a black.
Oh my god, dude.
Just walk to the hospital, you useless piece of shit. All you have to do on earth is get up. Here's how you not suicide, guys. Let me give some advice to you. You know you not suicide? Instead of putting the gun in your mouth, you just set it down. You stand your fat ass up and you start walking towards the clinic. That's it. It's literally the only thing you need to do. I'm like, Jon. He's like, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm like, Jon, you can't afford a gun. You can't kill yourself. What you can do, buy a Caesar salad from McDonald's and die that way. It's like, I don't even like Caesar. I'm like, unless he's in your ass. I got it.
Okay, I'll freeze frame. I was waiting for the right freeze frame. The McDonald's salad rant was a nice addition to it. So there's a part. I don't know if I'll be able to find it because it's a 28-minute long video, but there's a part in this where he realizes, I think, just a little bit what a huge dick he sounds like. So he starts to like reframe the prior 15 minutes of unhinged ranting and says, oh, he's a hero. He really starts talking about, God, like I saved a life. I saved a life. I told this guy, even though I didn't know him and I didn't even really like him, I told him, don't do it. Step back from that lead, to my friend. Step back. I saved a life. Like he goes on and on about what a hero he is for not encouraging this guy to kill himself. But that only lasts for like a minute or two, so I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But then he switches back to being a even more drunken dickhead for the remainder of it. Actually, I love honestly, the best thing that YouTube has added in forever is the transcript. Save a life. Okay, perfect. Oh, okay, this is a great part, actually. Okay, I'll go to this part. I think this is the right moment.
Who is he? Okay. How do I help you? Just help me live through the night. All right, here's a simple answer. You don't have any friends, which means you also don't have any enemies. No one's coming to kill you. The only person who can kill you is you. How about you just not kill yourself?
Like this is amazing. This is actually amazing. It really does look like he is looking at those cats. Alice Ann, wait, chill. Alice, I explained earlier. So I just explained it again, that Jon is basically a chatter who disagreed with Rekieta, and that's who Rekieta is talking to. And the chatter had previously reached out to Rekieta and like expressed that they were going through a rough time. So I'm sorry if you didn't catch it. My apologies. I should have thought about saying that. Okay, my apologies, Alice. I should have thought about saying specifically that. Okay. All right.
Instead, go to a hospital. So again, motherfucker walks to a hospital. On my recommendation, I'm like demanding, send me pictures of what you see.
Maybe
you see the hospital.
Since there's two ceiling cats, maybe one of them is trying to rein him in. Like there's a good one and a bad one. And
I mean, one of them could just be Jon, right? It could just be Jon popping out of the ceiling, his head. And then the other one could be like a freaky Garfield, you know? I don't know. We're putting Jon here.
the one's trying to rein him in, and the other is telling him like, "No, keep going. You're doing great. This is awesome."
See the sign. I want you to do all these things. I want to make sure you live through the night. Because
guys, stop fighting in the chat, okay? I apologize for not being clear about specifically who Jon is. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal because I just thought the point of this is that you can see Rekieta keeps looking up at the ceiling, and that's what's interesting about this. It's not like super interesting to know who Jon is, but I guess actually when you think more about it, knowing that he's just spending this much time going after a chatter is interesting. So, yeah.
literally, if you were a cat woman,
A cat?
50 cats.
A cat woman? Oh, he's talking about cats now. Oh, the cats are
You
getting
laid
to him.
down in your state, they would in your mouth till you had toxoplasmosis. And then we'd eat your skin. That's how embarrassing you were, Jon. Text me. Show me that you're getting there. Call a ambulance. Finally gets to the hospital. He doesn't die. Doesn't kill himself. You know what he does instead?
No, thank you for the 100
Goes
bits,
on a
Bleeding
kiwi
Heart
farms.
Centrist.
Tells him what a piece of shit I am. Holy shit. I have faith in this guy. I trusted this guy. I have faith in this guy. He's such a garbage person. The things he believes aren't true at all. And yet, he asked me to save his life. You know what he never asked me?
Good
Maybe-
job, you scared away a new chatter. Well, look, it's okay. Don't worry about it. If that person is that easily offended by things, and this probably wasn't the place for them anyways, you know? So, yeah. Let me see. Let me just catch up. Did I miss anything important in the chat, guys? Because I was making this Jon image transparent. Were people surprised he's on drugs? No, people had been speculating for a while. People were just surprised he got arrested for what he got arrested for, you know? Yes, you missed my Garfield question. What was the Garfield question? I can't. He's staring right at the ceiling cats. He is. Look at him. He's making eye contact with the ceiling cats. This is genius, honestly. Holy. Because she said I didn't like her. I do like her. That's why I'm here. Oh, that's all cool, Natasha. I like you too. I had no idea who Rekieta was before the current drama started. Interesting. Person doing a suicide. Wow, what the hell is he on and talking about? It's true. Can you imagine? You're in a really dark place, right? Mentally. And you go to your favorite streamer to tell them that you're in a really bad place mentally. Don't do that with me, okay? Not the person to do that with. Do not do that to me. I don't want to know about it, okay? If you're having a rough time, go see a therapist, call a hotline. I'm not your person. But anyways, imagine you're very vulnerable. You're feeling really, you're feeling on the edge. Okay. And somebody you admire is around you. And you think, okay, I'm going to confide in that person. And then this is them. They start doing this. Like, imagine. I never heard of you until you destroyed Masterson on a Ralph show. LOL. Damn.
Are these things true? Well, no. You save a person's life. This is quintessentially Kiwi Farms wrapped up for all of you. Is
Like,
a person
Jesus, dude.
family has disowned them, will never have a significant other, whose government has disowned them, whose employers have disowned them. They sit on some.
Well, at least it would maybe stop the suicide and make you think. Dude, it would be so. I just think it's hilarious, dude. Like, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, man, imagine you go to somebody you really admire and they start rambling like this. And you're like, bro, what the are you talking about? Like, you up my night. I can't even do it now, you know? Like, goddamn.
All day watching some person begging them to save their life. And when they do, they're appreciative for a moment until that person stops paying attention to them. And suddenly, well, they're eating 22 LRs all day. And you go, I tried to save you by just Jon.
Okay. So I want to
He
recap
really
what he
is
said.
making
'Cause I
eye
have been
contact.
listening. Some of you may think I've been distracted this entire time. No, that's not true. It's not true. I've been listening intently to what the wise words he has to say. Yeah, his argument is that because he saved his life, I guess he assumes that this is like in Japan. Is it Japan that has the thing, or is this like a fictional thing where it's like if you save someone's life, they then owe you their life and they're like
That's
your
an interesting
slave?
comment, Lithium. 22 LR, like the spent casing on his floor. I don't know what that is. I don't know what 22 LR is.
Am I thinking of like a movie or something? There's some kind of movie that has a trope like that. But that's what Rekieta seems to think. If he saves your life, if he tells you, don't commit suicide, you therefore owe him a blood debt of his entire life. Life debt. There you go. Star Wars. That's Wookiees? Okay, yeah, he thinks Jon is a Wookiee. Jon, you're my slave now, Jon. And so he has to stick with him through his entire life. And he can't ever say like, wow, he's really fallen off the wagon. Because, you know, there's no way there's no generous interpretation where a guy actually
Is it
does
a bullet
feel
round?
indebted to you and then sees your drunken, unhinged rant taking orders from invisible ceiling cats, that he might think, wow, I don't want to see this person who I respect and who I owe such a debt of gratitude to in such a miserable circumstance. There's no way that could happen. That's ridiculous.
Nick said recently he doesn't have a 22 LR firearm, but the police found a spent casing, empty bullet on his floor. And, oh, okay, 22 LR is something about a gun. So he is actually mentioning 22 LRs in this. I don't know. I don't understand the context of him mentioning 22 LRs in this, but he mentions it, right?
Let's see.
That's interesting.
Let's see.
He's saying it's from an art piece. Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm sure your story is compelling. Have fun with that.
Oh,
Always remember,
dude, that your story is compelling. Have fun with that. Is he? Yeah. Wait.
critics of you are, because the critics of you are generally embarrassing. You find this out. This is the thing you don't realize as a non-streamer, a non-professional online person. People who reach out to you as a normal person are normal people. People who reach out to you as a professional need professional help often. They'll beg you to do the thing, ask you, please, please, please save my life. And you're like, dude, I can't save your life. I can't do anything. I can barely go to a grocery store. Please save my life. And so you try.
So he's trying to say what a hero he is, but there's that one line.
Jon Arbuckle's, this is Jon Arbuckle's cat, and it's making him think of suicide. That's what it is. Oh God, what the f is that, Garfield? It's I don't know, some weird AI generation I found on the internet.
He hints at it for like a second, and now I realize what's going through his head. He thinks that if he just says John's pathetic, and he tried to kill himself, and then he told me all about it. He thinks that he can personal army his critics and divert attention onto him. Like in his drunk brain, Devil Ceiling Cat has told him.
Oh, I missed your question, Neo Prototype. I have not seen the new Garfield movie. Sorry.
Throw Jon under the bus. They will be too busy making fun of him to make fun of you anymore. That's what he's thinking. Oh, then he talks. Okay, great. I like this part.
Esteem.
All of the Vaz Defrons licking they can get. Please, thank you, thank you. Oh my God. Like, this really wasn't that expensive of whiskey, but okay, they'll do that. And then when it's gone and they can't have another sip, they go, "You betrayed me. You betrayed me." You're like, "I didn't betray you. Like, I just offered you a nice thing. Took it or you didn't took it." Always frame it as betrayal. You know why? Their failure stems from their inability to take accountability for who they are. Their demand to blame everybody else. So of course they're not going to start blaming themselves when you call them out.
Is there like an ounce of self-reflection in that one, buddy? All right, let's skip ahead. There's actually, I want to show, is this the one where he shows what he's drinking? He was showing off a bottle and it was like 120 proof whiskey. It was the highest grain or highest alcohol per volume whiskey that I had ever seen. It wasn't, it was more than 120. It was like 125. It was like 62.5% alcohol. It was really crazy. Anyways, let's get to the last minute or so. Let's hear how he caps this masterpiece off. I think this is the part that I actually played on stream last time. Just the very end of it. But the entire thing is like deranged.
Down the road to the hospital. Because basically like watching Stephen Hawking walk. If you ever watched Stephen Hawking walk, it was really simple. He didn't. Best part. All the chats like, "This John guy's fucking weird." What was that about? Hey, John, I know you'll watch it. I know you will.
John.
And I know you'll sit there and go, "I literally begged a YouTube streamer to save my life because I couldn't end my own." John, buddy, you could have just hired an 8-year-old to kill you.
Like,
But you
what?
didn't. You know why? You couldn't afford the 8-year-old.
What is he talking about? I honestly wish I had this talent that Rekieta has to just like spew anything, any garbage that comes out of my mouth. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Get help, brother. Not for me. It was never for me. I told you, I can't save you. I can't save you. You're like the only friend I have. I literally cannot make your life better. You're the only friend I have. I'm not your friend, John. I never was. You do pay me $5 a month. That's nice.
I hope this
You do
clip
$5
is
a month.
a
Well, you're gonna.
Garfield movie.
So I want you to know, John, fake love don't last. You're an embarrassment to yourself and humanity, John. All you had to do was look at yourself in the mirror and see what every other masculine
I can't
man
stop
sees.
listening. I want to stop
Look at
this
yourself in the
one,
mirror
but I
and
can't.
go, "Way harder than I thought," and I'm still embarrassing. The ugly, and then you walk away. John couldn't even do that. You know why? We'll figure it out. Okay, here we go. I cannot believe. You cannot believe the guy.
Oh my
by
God.
the way.
I was wondering, who is that verified user in my chat? What? And then I realized it's bot tricks. And I thought, I don't have a bot in my kick chat. I have Bossman Jack's chat open still. I wonder how many of my messages have just been Bossman Jack's chat since I opened it to show RuneScape playing. Okay, anyways. So there you go. That's the John rant. It's very good. Let's cap this off before we started.
Hey, hold it.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so just so you guys know, okay, here, let's go into the arraignment. So they've been in custody for a few days. This specific thing that we just watched is from months ago. But as we went over all the stuff, basically his arrest, all of the warrant that came out, the incident report, everything. So it's been like a day or something, maybe, yeah, I think it's been a day or maybe 2 days. And then they have the Rekieta arraignment. Please put the Garfields away. I will. Second.
So while we're waiting, as I stated on my stream earlier today, my only real concern is for Nick and for his kids and their a positive outcome here. And
So basically, this is a couple of attorneys, part of LawTube, who got permission to join this call and record it. And they are basically streaming the Rekieta arraignment. I just want you guys to take a look at Rekieta, the look on his face, okay? Look at the look on his face.
that's largely going to be up to Nick.
Yep. Let's see.
I'll keep one of the Garfields up.
Hang on a second. Oh, there we go. Let me rearrange my screen here. There we go. All right.
Look at him.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely going to be up to how Nick handles this going forward. There's a game.
Look at the look on his face. Look at the look on his face. He can hear all of the people calling in. He can hear all of... Yeah, he can just hear all of the people calling in. Like, good God, dude.
Play here. There's a.
Oh my God. I just
You knew this was coming, people.
Who's Jon NOW, Nick? Who's Jon NOW, Nick? Look at who's Jon NOW, Nick. Looks like you're Jon NOW. Oh, to be Nick Rekieta. This is so good. Somebody please screenshot this because this is amazing, okay? This is amazing. Summon the lasagna. Look who ate the lasagna now. True! God, dude. You know what? In fact, I'm gonna screenshot it. Who's Jon? Summon the lasagna. Okay. All right, I'm gonna tweet that out. Why does it fit so perfectly? I don't know. It's so good. It ain't even Monday yet, Jon. True. I'm horrified there isn't a lasagna emote. There needs to be. Tweet that out right now. Wait, just a second. Just a second. Where? No, it wasn't a Jon in the LawTuber sphere. It was like just a random chatter who was going through a tough time and basically messaged Rekieta about going through this rough time, and then yeah. And then I saw chat saying Jon was April, so it was confusing. No problem. Yeah, no, Jon is literally just like a, yeah, just a random user, just a random chatter who had messaged him at some point. So, okay, where is this? Where's Jon? Oh yeah, here it is. I do not want you reaching out to me if you're going through a tough time. I am not the person. Okay. I just shared it. Jesus. All good, Alice. It happens. My chat likes to fight with each other, so go like the tweet. It's a good tweet. Banger. Okay. Resuming.
But yeah, it depends on how Nick plays into the system, and he can definitely play it the right way, and he knows how to work the system. So
this particular, I mean, these criminal circumstances are frankly the least of my concerns. I mean, whatever. I think he'll have a reasonable outcome here, unless he really screws that up. But I'm thinking about the rest of his life.
Well, that's true. He again, this is an opportunity for him. We've seen him on the streams. There's been rumors of drug problems. It seemed to be somewhat more credible now, right? And so this is an opportunity for him to. When I say play the system, you're not playing the system. You're taking advantage of the system, right? If you use this as an opportunity to get clean, he can come. This could be one of the greatest comeback stories, you know.
Okay, but y'all remember the time Jon drank dog cum? No. What the? Also, Garfield did 9/11. No, I don't know anything about these things. What?
It should be
out there.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to go on the record. Before we do, a couple rules this morning giving observers. First, you are to turn off your device so you are muted and turn off your video camera. Second of all, there have been requests to record.
No Garfield slander. True. I don't know why we need this much clip to know he's on drugs. We're just having fun. That's all. We're just having fun and enjoying. So we're just watching the arraignment now. We might not watch the whole thing, to be honest with you guys, because I kind of want to speed through more.
This proceeding, those requests are denied. The rules, general rules.
Okay, I'm just going to fast forward a little bit.
At 2:45.
Bleeding Heart Centris, thank you for the 5,000 bits.
Good for the state.
Yeah, we watched the whole.
Judge
Without having a
before.
calendar sounds great.
Very well. Any other business we can conduct?
Now,
Yes,
if you have this. Oh, apologies. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I have requested to see two of my clients and have been forbidden from doing so. I would like to see them before their arraignment.
He's going to represent his
I'm not
wife.
understanding your request. Can you repeat it?
As two of my clients are set for arraignment today, I have requested to see them. They have both requested to speak to their attorney, who is me, and they have been prevented from doing so up to this point. I was wondering if we could get an order to allow me to at least speak to my clients before they come into their first appearance.
So if you didn't know, Rekieta basically chooses to represent himself in the arraignment and chooses to represent his wife, which is a conflict and normally wouldn't be allowed, but I think they just allowed it in this one instance. Anyways, yeah, that's what happens.
Your Honor, I'm not sure if the court is aware. April Imholte has been released.
Okay.
Yeah, and he
And
wasn't
then,
even aware that
I believe
April was
the other
released.
person he's referring to is his wife, Kayla. Is it Rekieta?
Okay.
Rekieta. I'll leave it to the court's discretion. They are charged as co-defendants.
Why does he look like he gained weight all of a sudden? Well, I will say he looks better in this appearance than he has in a lot of streams. So Alice, what I do on my stream is I like to just like watch people and laugh at them. And I understand that's not everybody's jam, but that's just kind of like what I do. Sometimes I'll try to be a little bit more considerate, but you should not expect too much from me. Okay, so yeah, April was released before the other two, and I don't know if she still has charges. So I still want to know how he got the black eye. I think he said that he fell. So then he was released. Okay. This is the release order. There was bail. He could either do bail and not have to meet certain requirements, or pay the bail and then not have to, he would be subjected to random drug tests if he didn't have the money to pay. But he did. He and or at least they went through a bail bond, a bondsman or whatever. Him and his wife did. So, well, okay. So, fun fact. The injury around his eye was present before this arrest. It was present before this arrest happened. So it was revealed on some live stream or something. So yeah, this is the release. Defendant shall not leave the state of Minnesota, shall not possess or consume alcoholic beverages. Oh, here it is. Release order. So either defendant shall post a bond in the amount of $50,000 or cash in the amount of $50,000, or all of these requirements. Defendant shall call probation immediately. Defendant shall have no use, possession of firearms. Defendant shall not leave the state of Minnesota, shall not consume or possess alcoholic beverages or any mood-altering drugs not prescribed by a physician, and submit to random testing by any means at the defendant's expense. So yeah, he had two options, and him and his wife paid the $50,000. So and then, if you want to see Aaron Imholte reacts to the news of this arrest live, so let's watch. Why is all that stuff waived if you can pay? I'm not really sure why. Hi, Kenny fam. Anyways, I don't know if this is him reacting to the arrest or if this is him. This is just him commenting on it, I think.
I mean, just up beyond belief, slurring.
Just a second. Let me. Also, hi, Kenny fam. Hi. 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm looking for the actual thing. Aaron Imholte. No, I'm not playing this yet. Sorry, just a second. Trying to find it. Who was the one who posted it, actually? I think it was... 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I found it. Okay. It was Dame Pesos. Here it is. Dame Pesos shared this clip of Aaron finding out that April was arrested. The Garfield is looking at you, streamer, judging. True. I'm failing. Okay.
You need to. This is big for the show. No, this is big for the show. April has been arrested today with the Rekietas.
Okay, let's see.
Hey, I'm not trying to ambush you, but I'm getting tons of messages.
We're not reading messages. People are
No,
sending
you need to. This is big for the show. No, this is big for the show. April has been arrested today with the Rekietas. Do you know anything?
I don't believe that.
Is that her?
It's to the point he doesn't believe it.
No, that's not. No.
This is him finding out live. Okay? This is him finding out live that his wife, that he's currently in the process of divorcing, was arrested along with Nick Rekieta and Kayla Rekieta.
There's no way. That's for sure been edited.
When Nick Rekieta and his wife are in jail for possession along with Aaron Imholte.
No, that's definitely been altered.
It's fake. If it's not fake, the show will never end. Will Aaron, can you tell?
Oh my God.
It's real?
Finding out.
Whoa.
That's him finding out live.
Holy. Wow.
Oh my God, look at him.
I'm getting more messages right now. Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, Aaron, this is real?
I don't know.
Wow. I just got another text about it. Dude, you got some work to do, brother.
Jesus.
Well, I mean,
technically you don't.
I think we can get those papers signed now.
Wait, so this is real?
I just looked at the roster.
What roster? Tonight's lineup?
The county jail roster.
I just got an inmate number. Her inmate number. This is and the county jail number. Wow.
How do people find this out this quick?
They find everything. They found out who my cousin was.
He was getting divorced.
Wow,
anyways,
that's like the same thing.
I'm just I feel oh man.
After this is when Aaron started spilling all the tea. True. Here's another of him talking about it after he found out.
His words. And Kiwi Farms, which just up beyond belief, slurring his words. And Kiwi Farms, which is a message board service that follows him, apparently called the police. And honestly,
went to the house.
Yeah, the stream was Monday night. Here's what's frustrating me, and I've yelled at all these people. I've fought. This is exhausting for me. I'm not happy that this is an "I told you so" moment. I'm pissed.
Rekieta just
up
posted.
until this weekend, like I told Kevin, I was telling my
what
wife,
did he post?
Come home, or
he reckons he might
if
do
you don't
something
wanna
tonight.
come
Oh,
here,
okay.
Go to your parents, get the away from there. Everything else. She would text me back. That's not my home. I'm like, all right, well, me then. I tried to get these people help. I tried to get them out of there, and this happens. But they called. They got arrested today. They had 3 days to take any they had in that house after that live stream and get it the out, and they didn't do it. And by the way, in his mugshot, he's got a black eye. And knowing what I know about them, his wife either hit him or threw something at him.
Oh, Aaron is saying it that his wife either hit him or threw something at him. What the?
For sure.
Okay, so that was Aaron commenting on it after finding out. Now, I found something interesting. We'll watch this, but it's basically Nick Rekieta doing a hot tub stream with Kayla Rekieta and Aaron and April, and they made jokes about it being a swingers party and stuff. So they implied he knows about DV in the house. Yeah, apparently. Is he saying he encouraged them to get rid of the evidence? I don't think I don't know if he encouraged them, but he said, you know, there was a live stream where it was visible. You could see that there was like coke on, or like a white powdery substance on Nick's nose, and you know, everybody knew about that stream, and they had 3 days to get rid of everything because, you know, without a doubt, you know, somebody was going to call the cops, right? So yeah, this is when, yeah, this is like a interesting.
What would you call this? Is this a sister-wife situation? What is this? I'm
What?
the nicest person ever. I'm gonna make them
Hi,
sit
Chet.
down. Look at this.
Let's let them do whatever weird things they're doing behind the camera. I am taking over the stream. Just kidding, I'm kidding. Whoa!
Okay.
I don't know whose hand it was.
Yes, you do, you whore.
But it felt like Aaron's.
That was gross. It's actually Kayla's foot.
Wait, did Aaron grab his butt? That's how familiar they were with each other.
Okay.
Why are you so squishy to my
Look, fact of the matter is
wow.
that we're doing this completely out of pity.
April, don't make my hand
They don't
do
have
that.
a lot of
Hold on. We
friends.
got the beef
Oh my
cake.
There aren't a lot of
So
people that are going to
we're
hang
letting
out
you
with
do
them.
this.
So we
It's
just
Pride Month, Star. Don't hate. I'm not hating. It's fine with me. I'm just saying it's hypocritical for, you know, who Nick Rekieta has portrayed himself to be. That's all. Dude, what is this man doing this so publicly when he has children? Yeah, and they're part of a small church community.
go ahead and we hang out
I'm not
here
sure where that's been
because otherwise they're just going to be
toilet
lonely.
flush everywhere. I guess we're swinging tonight. Maybe I put it on the table. They've rejected me.
Look, guys, here's the deal. There's no swinging tonight unless Nick and I get drunk enough and we decide our lips look too tasty.
It's just them.
Aaron's
We're
butthole
going to
is
watch.
mine.
You notice we ladies
They're,
are
like,
in the
making
insiders
jokes
to
about
keep
it.
these boys off. They're just
Tension.
They can't help themselves.
We pretend that the heads of our are magnets with the same charge, and we just go.
Guys, I lost my voice, and you know how.
it gets very uncomfortable.
Correct. Arista Cox says hashtag swing stream. That's fine.
Oh, this is hashtag swing stream. I'm sorry.
There's not a swing in this
Was this the beginning of their relationship? I think so. I don't know.
hot tub.
You can't fit one in
I
here.
think I just touched your foot. Sorry.
They're touching.
Don't you dare.
I'll look into your eyes next
You
time.
bite,
My
bite
foot
your
was
lip
not
and you
touched,
give her hell.
so-
I think for a certain dono, we could get a lip kiss from these two, maybe?
Nope.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
By the
whoa.
end.
Guys.
Not
God.
a dono on your
Jesus.
channel.
Whoa. Stop thinking.
I'm not trying to get right-wing trad fella here in any kind of trouble.
What happened to Aaron? He looks awful now. He looks the same to me, honestly. I think people just look different at different angles. Nick still looks more healthy than most of his streams that I've seen, yeah. I don't like saying this because it's gross, but it's so apt. Rekieta was huffing his own farts. That's the only way I can make sense of him rationalizing his ongoing behavior. Why is swinging always the thing in conservative communities? I don't know. They're obsessed with calling each other cucks, but then what do they engage in, right? So
Do we want the big
Leave
toe or
it.
like multiple small toes?
Look, it's up to you.
First of all, my anus quivers at anything bigger than a ring toe.
Depends on the toe. Very-
But do you want a ring on
Probably.
it? Because
I make a man commit to
can I plug a book? Sure. What book, Eli? Couples by Jon Updike. Okay. What's it about? It's insightful to the situation. Okay.
me before
You
he shoves
guys,
his toes in
hold
my
on,
ass.
hold on.
We won't kiss. We'll just get close enough and stop, and then heavy breathe into each other's mouth.
Oh, so you mean
With our eyes
Thursday?
closed.
So you mean Thursday again?
It's way hotter than making contact.
Oh, by the way, this
I
one
would give you a pass.
doesn't like me very much.
I don't
Not
need
going
to.
well.
I only got into this house because of this one here.
Absolutely. I'm charming. They can't resist.
These two are friends. He and I, a lot of weird homosexual friction that we're both denying.
Definitely.
Do you want to read this?
Eli says the book is about a small town semi-conservative community in the 60s where everyone just starts f***ing each other's partners. Damn. And it ruins most of their lives. I don't need to. Couples by Jon Update. Okay, I'll look it up. That sounds really interesting, actually. Okay, interesting. Oh, it's like a novel. It's not like a real thing. Okay, interesting. Yeah, hot tubs are human soup. It's weird.
Right here.
It's almost
Where's
like
Sid?
glue.
What did Sid have
No,
to
I'm
say?
getting this.
Stop putting your balls in the heat pump, Aaron.
I'm
Stop
sorry.
going into the
They
light.
get so low when I'm in
We
here.
need you. How do we have a four-way relationship without you? I'm gonna help her feel much better. later.
I would
Well, she said, how are we going to have a four-way relationship without you? So, I mean, I think they're acknowledging.
rather have a fist up my ass than hear someone say they love New Kids on the Block.
Aaron,
Well, is it your birthday?
I know what's happening later tonight.
I've got saran wrap.
Wait a
and I've
minute.
got
Can all
Crisco.
three of you go like this real quick? I gotta see which one I'm picking.
Oh wow, here this whole
Three together.
Oh.
Dude, look at the positioning. Three together and Aaron on the side. That's true. It's really sad. And it sucks to be that one person who is like not. I feel like as somebody who's been that one person sticking out quite a bit in my life. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is foreshadowing. Why is this being live streamed? I don't know. I have no idea.
I have
Okay.
a fantasy
start
where
a
we
fire.
both eat a bowl of chicken noodle soup and then make out.
Lady in the Tramp style.
And we have pieces of chicken noodle soup broth in our beard.
I like that.
And we
That's
slosh a
great.
little as
Don't
we
worry,
make
guys.
out.
I'm gonna
That's
shave soon. I'll
Who's
tell
got
you
a boner?
about that.
I do.
Something about this is uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
What?
No. When we make out, there's chicken noodle soup broth in our beards, and we can kind of.
It's when we make out.
Yeah. Right. See,
Okay.
now it's not gay, it's just culinary.
I'm almost there.
Oh.
Keep going.
You're adequately attractive.
I'm glad that
Adequately.
You're
I
adequately attractive.
I just want to point something out here. Just a second. Guys. Slow-mo, okay?
Right. See,
Okay.
now it's not gay, it's just culinary.
I'm
Now
almost
look at the
there.
cut.
Keep going.
Where's his hand? Is that his hand? Is that Rekieta's hand? Am I crazy? Am I seeing things? That's Rekieta's hand, right? Because it's not Kayla Rekieta's hands. Yeah, that's Rekieta's hand. You think he's... No, this is her leg. This right here is Rekieta's arm. No, not his arm. That looks like her leg. Just a second. So I think you guys are...
Don't worry,
Make
guys.
out.
I'm gonna
That's
shave soon. I'll
Who's
tell
got
you
a
So his
boner?
arm is here. His arm is here. His arm is here. Okay. And
I do.
you don't see anything
Um,
here.
Yeah,
What?
No.
I
When we
don't
make
think.
out, there's chicken noodle soup broth in our beards, and we can kind of.
It's when we make out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Now look.
See, now it's not
His arm
gay,
is
it's
here.
just culinary.
I'm almost there.
Oh.
Keep going.
You're adequate.
Now his arm is gone. His arm is gone here, and his arm is here. His arms are pretty long.
Attractive.
I'm glad that I just.
Never mind. I'm wrong. Never mind. His arm. Never mind. His hand is not there. It is somebody is sitting cross-legged.
Attractive.
We have to be respectful. to
Adequately
Aaron.
attractive. You know what? That's good.
I wasn't gonna imply she was getting finger banged. I was just gonna imply that maybe he's already getting friendly with her.
Making out with on
He's
the side.
sexy. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
he's,
it's just like
yeah,
I
he's
Wait,
excited.
you're making
I thought
out
he
with
was
me on the side?
Oh,
Where to go?
this got really awkward.
Mersh,
Look,
Mersh needs to be here.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
right.
you were sleeping with
I need a dose of what I don't need.
She's prettier than he is.
That's true.
Hey, you don't. Don't you listen to her, sweet
fuck
cheeks.
you.
No.
Later,
Okay.
Jesus.
Listen to me, sweet cheeks. Don't you let her talk to you like that.
you're gonna hold her to a chat. It's a
Untoward.
contract.
Knock it out.
He's leaning up against him. She's leaning up against him in between him and his wife. They're obviously very friendly already. That's true.
What?
Are you guys?
She thought about Keanu
swingers?
C. Thompson.
We
You
suffered
talked
the
over my
chicken noodle
question.
story
Right.
for this.
I was
Sorry.
swinging.
The answer is yes.
Look, I just noticed it. I noticed his arm was here, and then I noticed it was gone. So I was wondering where his arm was. But
Of course, we're just fucking. Apparently, everybody.
Yeah.
Apparently,
You know,
everybody in New York.
here's
by
the
way,
deal.
Compound
We're
Beach.
clearly swingers because we're hanging out with
They
these
asked if
two,
we're swingers.
and instead of having sex with each other, we decided to do a YouTube stream
Because-
for you.
Get this, we cannot be
Because
friends
we're
with anybody
swinging
without
so
having
hard.
sex.
this is them making jokes like they're not swingers, and turns out they were swingers like the entire time. Or that they were making jokes about like, oh, we're swinging, but you know, like we're not swinging. You know. Either way, this is also cringe as. Yeah, it's really fucking.
We're not
cringe.
having sex right now. What am I doing?
Okay, that's a big toe in the
Okay,
ass.
wait,
We've already
wait,
covered.
wait,
That's
wait,
just
wait.
experiment.
Nick,
That was
hold
just
on.
Drexel who did the toe in the asshole.
He's
No,
not here.
no. I
Oh,
got
that's
I've
my-
gotten it.
What?
Your dick is stuck in a jet right now.
Oh.
Oh.
Cold C says clipped. Okay.
Oh,
Like,
it's clipped.
wait. Like
She's
your
way
clip is or
outside
we're
of the
clipped.
He just
I
meant
don't
you
know
and I. We're both circumcised.
Oh, ew.
I think
Okay.
it was when I was grinding on your shoulder.
Oh, that was so hot though. I kept telling you not to stop, and you said no. I'm gonna
It's
tease
a
you.
big shoulder, I get it. It's a nice grind sesh.
It's so cool that big shoulders.
Thompson Stan page says, April, lighten up. You're about to frig YouTube legend Nick Rekieta. I don't know what I've done.
They're saying
What
you're
did
going
I
to
do?
have sex with
Oh,
him.
let's see, no.
That's what freaking is.
Oh, did you hear that? She goes, as soon as I said that
No,
means
no.
you're gonna have sex with him.
This is flirting. I mean, they're kind of. I don't know. I guess. I think they're past the flirting stage already. Aaron doesn't seem like a reliable narrator, in my opinion. No, I think Aaron is actually incredibly reliable. I think people are trying to portray him like he's not a reliable narrator. My personal opinion, dude might be a cuck. Dude may have gotten cucked. Dude may have gotten blocked out of this, polyamorous relationship. But I don't think he's lying about anything that he said. I think he's being, like, honest to a fault.
She went, oh no.
I'm not ready for that. No. Cynthia W thinks she's onto something. Is this another wife swap thing? Yes, I go for
Did
all
you
the
say
wives.
there? I'm supposed to act surprised. Nick's foot was in my asshole. I was supposed to pretend I don't like it.
Apparently.
He wants to take Nick down because he fell in love with Kayla. Well, no, he doesn't. They asked him several times, like, if Kayla became single, if she left Nick, would you be with her? And he was like, no, I think, that's not a good idea or whatever. So he is an attention whore. I agree with that. I agree with several things people are saying, okay? Aaron is an attention whore. Aaron is a cuck. Aaron got blocked out. He's basically like the loser kid in the corner, right? But I do think he's telling the truth about a lot of things. What is the point of the stream? Are we here just to suffer? Yes. But that doesn't mean he doesn't want to take Nick down because of her. He thinks Nick ruined Kayla. That's true, but I don't know that, I don't know that it, like, even when this all happened and the stuff came out about child neglect, he was like saying, no, I didn't witness any neglect or anything like that, So he was still kind of doing cover or whatever. Though, somebody did make a really good point to me previously that Aaron probably couldn't divulge even if there was child neglect, because then it would be like he knew and he didn't report anything. So, okay. So that's the hot tub stream. You guys want to listen to some stories from stories from Aaron about Nick, about the Rekietas? So we're just building up. We're building up until we get to the part where Nick goes live, right? He went live yesterday, and apparently he might be going live today as well.
Honestly, I would leave it the fuck alone if I were him. But hey, if people are going to fuck up and make mistakes, let them fuck up and make mistakes. Because, oh boy, I don't think you want me telling the fix her story. I don't think you want that one.
And I think this was from a while ago. May 20th? Yeah, because Rekieta had already started talking about Nick before this arrest. And basically Rekieta had already started talking about Aaron before this arrest. And Aaron was just now saying, like, I don't think you're talking shit about me publicly. I don't think you want me to talk shit about you. I don't think you want me to talk shit about you.
I don't know if you want me to tell the soulmate story.
Yeah, and these are things he's saying May 20th. This is before the arrest. These are things that he ended up telling on the Kino Casino stream. So he's referenced two things, the fix her story and the soulmate story. And we've heard both of those stories on the Kino Casino stream.
I don't think you want me to tell the story that just happened upstairs. You want me to tell the what's that? Okay. You want me to tell the crying on the floor story?
Yeah, that's another story you told on Kino. Why is nobody talking about the mic guy cut out in the back?
I honestly, I can't even hint at that one. Boy, I was going to keep all these to myself too. This could get really fun.
Okay, let's fast forward.
I'm just saying, just in case, if he doesn't say anything, then we're going to be fine.
I do think he's an attention slut, but I don't think he's any more of an attention slut than Nick Rekieta is.
But, what you want to talk about? Guys, make sure you're clipping it for me tonight. Any clips about your boy Aaron, make sure you send them to me, because I'd love to talk about him. Oh, yeah, I would not with me on this one. Maybe I need to put in a call to Warski. Because he told me, he goes, you ready to say everything about Nick?
Calling a radio host an attention slut seems a little redundant to me. Yeah, if you're a content creator, you're an attention slut. I mean, like, come on. What is he yapping about? So that was after he found out that Nick Rekieta was talking trash about him. Now, there's this one.
I was sitting down there with his wife as she was picking liquor bottles up off the ground in his studio. And she started crying. And she goes, he's a alcoholic. And we talked about it a little bit, but these moments were always so fleeting. These moments were always, it was an acknowledgement, and then it was, I would go, well, should we talk about it? And then, no, we don't talk about it. We move on, so on and so forth. And, and look, I'm not saying that I'm sure there were people saying shit about me all the time, problems that I had or things that I do wrong and like that. I'm positive. But you know, you can't keep living crisis to crisis. You can't keep living drama to drama. You can't keep living stressful moment to stressful moment. Nick, at the rate you're going, you will die before 50. You will be a dead man before 50 because the stress plus whatever else you're putting in your body to cope with it is going to redline the shit out of your system. And one day it's going to hit that red line and snap. And you never know when that is. So the fact that he said he has something come up and he has less time to get help, there's never not enough time to get help.
Okay. So let's move on. Let's look at the story he told on Kino Casino about how the swinging started.
I'm interested because a lot of people, they ask, like, how into this was Kayla? Like, do you think she was originally against Nick's drinking and drugs and she was dragged into the lifestyle? Or was she just right there with it the whole time and pushing for it?
Here's
because
what,
yeah.
I will. Here's one time in this whole thing to prove this isn't just a on Nick Rekieta fest. And boys, again, I can only tell you what I've experienced firsthand. What I heard, what the story Nick told me, and I cannot remember if I got confirmation of this from Kayla or not. But the story Nick told me is that around the time that he turned 40, Kayla either started doing these things or wanted to start doing these things because she thought that's what Nick wanted in a woman because of the things he would talk. Oh, that's what it was. He said that Kayla started doing these things because she thought that's what he wanted. Now, Kayla would expound on that and go, well, I was only listening to his show and listening to the things he said and listening to the kinds of people he talked to. And I thought that was the kind of woman he wanted. I just wanted to be the woman that I thought Nick wanted. And that kind of led to this. And then Nick just leaned the fuck in.
Is that what Nick's worst day ever was? Or do you know what his worst day ever was?
His worst day ever?
Yeah.
The stream?
Yeah, when he said, like, I had my worst day ever, and then that's, like, led to this decline. Is that what that was, or do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Rekieta has referred in the past to having a worst day ever, and I was wondering if you had any insight into that.
I would think it would be when I let another man my wife, but apparently that was
Jesus. Okay, so let's just get into the actual stream that Nick Rekieta did, okay? Let's just do it. I haven't watched this stream yet, but this is the stream. So apparently Nick. Oh, by the way, another thing, I forgot to mention this. Before we do this, one quick thing, okay? The judge that was originally overseeing him and Kayla's case was Judge Jennifer K. Fisher. Now, Judge Fisher is somebody that Rekieta has shit-talked previously on his own stream. So let's just take a look.
Then we get to file a motion for summary judgment after discovery because the judge, Jennifer Fisher, yes, like The Office,
and then after this, we'll watch the live stream, okay?
decided that you needed to have discovery. The only fact outstanding on discovery was Montegraph's alleged damages. I don't know why we need those. I don't know
really rough here, by the way. He looks horrible.
why Montegraph needs those, but that's the thing that was standing out. Everything else was there. Our judge is literally stupid. I'm going to say it. Jennifer Fisher, Chief Judge of Wilmer, Minnesota, Kandiyohi County, is touched not by an angel, not even by a priest, but probably by retardation. She does not know basic facts or elements of common law. She doesn't know Minnesota statutory law. When she tries to apply the law to facts, and I know this from previous cases with her, by the way, she gets it wrong. And you know what's crazy? I know what people are going to say. Those cases that I had in front of Jennifer Fisher, the chief judge of Kandiyohi County, when she applied basic common law principles on contract, incorrect. She applied because she said, I can do whatever I want, basically. She was not.
Okay, so he makes sense here, but just wait for it because he starts going off and it makes no sense to me. Okay? It makes no sense to me what's about to happen. All right?
At that point, judging in the district court, she was judging at the small claims court level. And she said, no, that's not how contracts work. I'm like, Judge, that's how contracts have worked for 450 years. You don't get to just change that. Like, we win. Guess what happened? We won. the next time we got to the hearing, because like any boring stereotypical woman, they will sit there and tell you why you're
Okay, here it is. Wait for it. Okay, wait for it. Here it is. Okay.
wrong over and over and over again. But lo and behold, if you just wait a day, they'll come around to your thing and they'll go, you know what? You said I said you were wrong, but you weren't wrong. I just really love the taste of liquor being squeezed out of my. And then they drink it, and then they do whatever. And I'm just sitting here going, most of the judges in Kandiyohi County are men. How are they going to squeeze liquor into my mouth? I don't want them to. What am I, Zach Galifianakis?
Like, what is he saying here? Can anybody translate what the he's saying? Like, what is going on?
Am I Barack Obama? Am I Joe Biden? No, I do not want man juice in my mouth. So I go, can you just apply the law? Can you just apply the law? And when they do, they go, holy shit, it supports Nick's client. Here's the thing. I'm not a good lawyer. I didn't win because I came up with a novel legal argument. Literally, my clients have good cases. And I go, this person didn't hire that person. They hired someone else. Talk to someone else. Person A did not hire person C. Person A hired person B. Person B quit. Person C sues person A. Person C is not in the company of person B. The court's like, well, why are you there?
I don't think there is a way to explain this. I'm going to be real with you. What the is he talking about? Liquor. What is going on?
Because these people are working in my house. It should be simple. But why are you there? Why are you in town? Why are you fighting this? I don't know. Freedom matters. My rights matter. If you don't fight the government, they get to just say whatever they want. This is prosecutors, guys. Every bad defense attorney is 2 times better than the best prosecutor. You're sitting here. Anybody who's sitting here going, the state is right. Okay.
I mean, it tracks with what he usually says, right? So
the state is right. You want the government controlling what you do and say? Because the government would rather have people who are not literally by federal officers be able to say anything. When they go to say anything, they shut down their testimony. Like, wow, we want them to say everything. Yes, we want them to say everything, but they don't. Charlie says you're getting bent over with diameter, all because some ego and pride. Man, this is crazy. All right. Tell me more about my ego and pride, brother.
okay. All right. So we're just going to move on. Oh, wait, no, one last thing. Okay. So he's talking about this Judge Jennifer Fisher. So updates on the Judge Jennifer Fisher thing. She was the one who's overseeing this case. Rekieta and his wife filed motions to have a different judge, and it was granted basically immediately. But in a cruel twist of fate, the new judge that they got, Judge Stephen Wenzel, the new judge that's been assigned to oversee their case, Judge Stephen Wenzel, is apparently tough on drug crime, which is wild. Also, another update, April is back to living with the Rekietas after her arrest. So they're all still living in the same house. Okay. Oh, Wick, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. The Garfields of Judgment has returned. True. Okay. All right. So, moving forward now, we are going to watch the Rekieta live stream that happened last night. Okay? Okay. So as you guys know, Rekieta had said that he was working on setting up like his new studio, and how do I make VLC like night mode? Is there a way to make it dark? Oh, I thought that was this. No, here it is. This is what it is. Okay, let me find it. How do I make VLC media player like dark mode? I don't know how to do that. Okay. Anyways, this is the live stream. He was talking about how he was setting up a new place to stream from. And it looks like he got it. So maybe view minimal. Okay, yeah, that's good. All right. Okay. All right. So this is the stream. Whoops. How do I? Oh, I just press. Can you guys hear it? No sound yet? Oh, sorry. Just a second. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Sorry. I didn't realize that the audio wasn't being captured. Maybe this. Sorry. 1 second. Okay. Audio. There we go.
Hey guys. I assume you can hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know.
True.
Because, whoo, I have no idea. I'm in my
His
sunroom,
audio is garbage. Yeah.
but I'm not down in my office right now.
Hi, String
My
Cheese.
office is, I'm doing some redecorating down there. The people mistake like things I say because they're retarded. Let's just get it out there. Oh, this stream becomes supporters only in 1 minute. Actually, 51 seconds. People mistake things that I say because they're retarded. Or they want it to mean something different. I said I was working on my new studio or whatever. And what I meant was the new design of my studio. The mic is way too hot. My bad. That should help. I think that should help. What I meant was the design of my new studio. Or not my new studio. My old studio is changing.
Oh, this is just the recording that they have. This is the recording that they have. So, like, yeah, this person, whoever
Anniversary
recorded
gift that Lady Raggets got me. The anniversary gift that Lady Raggets got me was the liquor bottle painting that was behind me. And I'm removing it from the background of the show. Again, at
The window up is not me. It's whoever recorded this.
least temporarily. And instead, I'm putting up my Joker painting behind me because, right? Yeah, I think you guys will like the Joker painting I have. I really do. It's a great
You got a
painting.
Joker painting?
And
Okay, as if the alcohol paintings weren't tacky enough. Now he's got a Joker painting. It's like tacky upon tacky, dude. Like, goddamn, dude.
I don't know.
Why does Rekieta need a new studio?
sometimes you can be a fan of the world around you. You guys will see it. It'll be up. One of the other major changes I'm doing is I will be standing for the show, even down in my office. We're going to switch to a standing show rather than sitting down. I think
wanna do that
that's a
eventually.
big part of doing the show and keeping my energy level up and keeping the show length actually at a reasonable pace rather than going to like 6-7 hours of shows or whatever. Like I have done. I know I haven't done a lot of those recently, but by standing up, you know, it keeps me active and moving. It keeps me in my sort of natural talking element. I don't like talking sitting down. I do it on the show, or did it on the show because I had to. So I'll be doing standing streams. I have to work out a little bit of.
So contrary to popular belief, Ruby, he does not have court mandated drug tests from what I can tell, unless when he goes to court next he has to do one. But he basically paid the 50G. He paid the 50G, so he doesn't have to go by all of their standards or whatever that they set for him.
How I'm going to be manipulating like what the f- is on the stream that you guys see and stuff like that. Working on all that, getting that done. But for now, I really, really wanted to like actually pop in and say, hey guys, how's it going? Because a lot's happened in the past couple weeks.
No, he doesn't need to remain sober either.
And as I'm sure you can be very sensitive about, like, I can't talk about a lot of it. There will come a day, I suppose, when things can be talked about. But for now, I have an ongoing criminal case. If you're not caught up, I have an ongoing criminal case in the state of Minnesota. And, you know, until that is resolved, I have to be a little bit circumspect about what I say about it. Obviously, there are a lot of really well-meaning people.
I thought it was random drug testing for Nick scheduled for Kayla. I don't think so. No, he paid the 50K for Kayla as well. It just didn't show for a few days. And April was released early.
Out there who have a bunch of great advice for that case. And I mean that, I'm saying it a little bit sarcastically, but there are a lot of people who really do mean well, who've said a lot. And you find out very quickly who has no idea like how criminal trials run, or criminal cases, I should say. And many of them are lawyers. Some of them have trouble like keeping both eyes in a forward direction, like in looking towards the future. Some of them just always keep one eye on the grift.
He's taking shots at other lawyers now. I wonder who he's mentioning. I wonder who he's alluding to, saying that some people have trouble keeping both eyes forward. Interesting. Yeah, he probably doesn't like that a lot of LawTube started turning on him. He's insulting Legal Mindset. Oh, that's so funny. Star, have you seen Legal Mindset's coverage of Nick? No, I haven't. I wanted to talk to him actually, but I think I'm just too small of a fish in this sphere to get interviews with any of these people, you know? I'm just a tiny guy. So, Mindset's eyes are off to each other? Damn, I didn't know that. Legal Mindset is kind of cross-eyed. Poor guy. I'm not a big fish. I'm only a big fish, like, physically. Stars, not after the Masterson debate, you should push. I've been trying. I've reached out to 2 different people. I've reached out to Uncivil and I reached out to Legal Mindset and never got a response from them. Yeah, I'm just not, even while I was doing the Dick Masterson debate, even though I think if I basically wrecked him, I didn't get a large amount of viewers. I got very few viewers from it. And like, yeah, the video itself didn't do particularly well, you know, so I'm just not, I guess people just, I don't know. Do you send clips along with your outreach? No, that's a good idea. I should do that. I never thought about doing that. I should do that. I'm sure if you used your VTuber avatar, he's a massive weeb. My VTuber avatar isn't an anime girl. My VTuber avatar is a bunny. You did great in that. I had to check you out. Thank you. I was hoping that it would do better, the Dick Masterson video, but yeah, it just didn't. I made Uncivil sing the Mandy song. Funny. Yeah, so it's been interesting. It's been interesting, but shorts are a good way to get engagement. That's true. But they don't really convert to live viewers or to, you know, normal YouTube viewers. Usually shorts consumers are consuming shorts. That's it, you know? So, yeah.
And they limp along in this weird sort of manner, trying to pretend that they have any idea what's going on. They don't. They know so little that it's embarrassing. But, you know, that's fine, because they can pretend to be a lot of things, like Good with Women, for example.
Okay, who is he referring to now? That, oh, they can pretend to be good with women. Is that also at Legal Mindset? Are these jabs at Legal Mindset? I haven't watched too much of Legal Mindset. I've watched more of, like, Potentially Criminal, I think is his name.
But that being said, we'll just move along past that. And we'll just go ahead and
Start Ladyboys with Legal Mindset or Coke with Nick and his ghoul wife. You have to choose one, don't cuck out. Do I get to do I have to partake in the drugs or the sex? Can I just hang out? Because I think, yeah, I don't know. No drugs or sex. Oh, so I can just chill in the corner while they're doing their thing. I mean, I'm gonna choose Nick Rekieta, honestly, because I imagine ladyboys are underaged. And I don't want to be any part of that. I don't want to be witnessing any part of that. I don't want to be endorsing any of that. That is foul as... No, not the cuck chair. Look, Milena, I have been getting cucked my entire life, okay? I've been getting cucked my entire life, and it's nothing new for me, all right? What is this dude, 50? And his best insult is, I have sex. LOL, you virgin. Dude. Can you stream with Grace Thorpe at some point? Like, about what? Her and I have nothing in common. And honestly, I don't want to, I don't know, like, when people treat me with very little respect, I have a rule now. I'm not, like, if you're going to collaborate with me, then you have to engage respectfully, you know? So, I've been cucked my entire life. That would be a great t-shirt. Well, metaphorically, you know? Stars is a cuck in the corner, clip it. It's true. I may be a cuck metaphorically, not literally, because I'm not into that. He's 42. I may be a cuck, metaphorically, not literally, because I'm not into that, but I need people to engage with me respectfully if they want to collaborate, you know? I don't mind debating her again, though. I would do that. Why are you fat? Well, it's hard to explain. I like food. That's a TLDR.
Not worry about it. Some very well-meaning friends have reached...
Would you be mad if Beckett did Aaron things with Nick? Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Reached out to me and have sent me lots of, you know, love and support and all of that stuff.
Food does
the
taste
problem
good.
is they want...
Like, the real answer, why are you fat? Because I like food and I'm hungry, okay? So, all right.
Things, like, they're moving at the pace of internet. They're moving at the pace of internet. They want things done, like, now. And, like, God...
I'll cook you a meal. I'll cook you a mean meal, though. I will. So, you better watch out. You're gonna regret your words.
Guys, it's a criminal case in Bumpkinville, Minnesota. The prosecutor still has to, like, learn how to type. It's gonna take a while.
Thug life.
That's a
honestly, that by itself could go on a t-shirt. Cuck life, thug life.
Joke. She knows how to type.
Okay, but let's be real here. Are you gonna trust a skinny to, like, cook you a good meal? Like, let's be real, okay? You know?
I've worked with her before. She's very nice. But no, so, like, literally, legitimately, people are like, you got to get this thing done and done and done. It's like, guys, it doesn't go that fast. It doesn't go that fast out here. It might in other jurisdictions or whatever. Out here, it doesn't. And really, there's a whole bunch of considerations that go into a case that affect the timeline. And I'm not in control of pretty much any of them. If you've never been charged with a felony,
I don't even
let
snack.
me just enlighten you.
I don't even snack, Natasha. I just eat a lot. That's all. I will say every baker I've ever known has been skinny. If it's a baker, for some reason, every single one of them is skinny. But I've known a lot of chefs, and a lot of them are larger. So, sure, I'll go to the gym with you and we can get a pump. Look, I'm working on it, okay? We're working on it, okay?
The state tells you what will happen when, and that's about it. So that being said, again, I'm not going to sit and talk about the case. You know I can't do that. I just want to give a shout out to many very good friends who have been out there supporting me, offering wonderful advice, both in a personal and professional manner. Everybody I have met who's reached out privately has been relatively well-meaning, even the ones who have a whole lot of the situation wrong and the story wrong. And they have, they have advice that's not really useful, even though it's well-meaning. And that's what people need to understand about anybody in a sort of tumultuous situation, or you could call it crisis or trauma
This is
or
very
whatever.
true, Ruby.
Is you should always, if you're
Yeah, in food service, yeah, absolutely. I used to know some chefs who worked at a hotel, a pretty prestigious hotel, and, there are always rumors floating around that these guys were, like, on coke, all the time. Also, I've known, like, bartenders there that were, like, I knew a bartender there that was, like, an alcoholic, legit alcoholic, so, yeah.
or the person who's not in that situation, you're talking to someone who is. You should always remember that if your advice isn't taken or heeded, it's not necessarily because the advice is bad, but the advice may not be appropriate for the situation based on something you do or don't know. And I'll give some special shout outs out there to people who've been really, really good friends and companions through this behind the scenes. Good Logic, obviously, has been a great friend. And his first concerns, how are you doing? Like, how are you? How are you, my friend? And he's really been great. Megan Fox has always been concerned about how I'm doing, how my family's doing. And that's been really, really great to see as well. Some of the others, I'm not going to mention some people because their discussions with me have been anonymous and confidential, and they can stay that way. But I will throw a special shout out to DUI Guy, who I've been talking to as well. And he's made a very, very generous sort of offer towards me. Whether or not I take him up on that offer, it remains to be seen. But he's been nothing
So he's just
short
talking
of
about his lawyer
very,
friends
very
and their
supportive
friends and
and
stuff.
really, really earnest and genuine in that support. So
I wonder if he saw my debate with Dick Masterson. That would be interesting.
Obviously, there's a ton of my other friends who are out there. They know who they are. I'm not going to put everybody on blast. Those three have been relentless. Oh, and I guess I would be remiss if I didn't say Ryan the editor, who's like credited himself automatically with not being fired so goddamn much. Guys, if you don't know this, I'll only do this once. But Ryan the editor is one of the truly, genuinely most stand-up people that I've met in a long time. He's a great dude and always primarily concerned with, how the people in his life are doing, even to the detriment of himself, which he shouldn't do because he deserves to be like taken care of in his own way. And hopefully a nice boy will do that for him when he grows older. But he's a genuinely great dude. And he's been checking on me quite a bit. So I won't fire him for a little bit. Yes, there are others. Maiden Iron is pointing them out and other people are pointing them out. Viva and Barnes have been very steadfast stand-up guys. Barnes's indignation about the circumstances of the search warrant are really interesting. I can't talk about arguments or legal strategy that I
Just so you guys know, Barnes is the one who was saying, like, oh, well, this would be good for the kids. The kids should be doing this. Why aren't the kids doing this, Barnes is the one who's basically blaming the kids. Like, crazy. I don't know who Viva is. I haven't watched Viva, but Barnes is crazy from what I can tell.
I am taking or considering or whatever, but Barnes has some really interesting observations, and I think people can go watch. Like,
that
look,
was
I encourage you to
EVS?
watch.
My bad. That was EVS. Sorry, I mixed them up. They all kind of blend together for me. EVS is the one who is blaming the kids. Barnes is the one who was getting conspiratorial that the government was going after Rekieta, and it's a big thing.
Whoever's analysis of whatever. There's some good analyses out there. There's some bad analyses out there, as always. I have watched basically 0 of them. I've gotten summaries, I've seen clips and stuff like that. I don't have time to do it right now.
He also blamed the kids?
It's
Oh,
it's
I didn't know
crazy.
that.
Most of my free time right now is responding in some way to some messages from someone, and someone's always
Glitterbell says, personally, I suspect the Biden crime family. So true. I think Hunter Biden himself is doing this to Nick Rekieta.
like, it's weird because you want to like just queue up messages and be like, okay, I'll get this one, then this one, and get them in order. But it doesn't work that way. What ends up happening is I suddenly have, a little bit of time to go ahead and tackle some social media communications. And what I find is I'm responding to the most recent one that has hit me at that time. And that's the best way, because the support and the concern has been pretty overwhelming, which is great. I also have to say, obviously, Camelot
Thank you.
boy
You guys are so
is out
nice.
there. Guys, check out Camelot's racing. It's really, really exciting how well that's going on.
Yeah, 6-year-olds love taking baths and washing their clothes. Don't you guys have kids? Yeah, it's so weird because I've had people come at me like, oh, you clearly have no experience with kids. I'm like, clearly you don't. Like, what 6-year-old knows to wash themselves and knows to, like, without being told by their parents? What 6-year-old knows how to do the laundry without being told by their parents and knows to do it regularly? No 6-year-old is doing these things, even if they know how to do them, which I highly doubt. They are not doing them regularly without their parents guiding them. You still need to guide children. Stardust is doing great. Oh, you guys are so nice. Why is Twitch chat being so nice to me? Stardust is better when it's the real Stardust. Oh, that's so sweet. Twitch chat is being so nice to me today. Thank you. I have someone close to me who grew up in similar circumstances. They were severely traumatized by it and have contamination OCD from it. That's really sad. Oh, nah. When I was 6, laundry was clearly my #1 priority. Yeah, wow. Desperate for attention as the ignored child regarding Twitch chat. Stardust, not even that. How can the kids do anything if they didn't have the supplies there? They couldn't even have clean clothes because no laundry detergent or cook food with no food, apparently. I don't know, yeah. Also, if young kids do act overly responsible for their age, it can be a sign of neglect. Yeah. I never did the laundry or washed the dishes as a 6-year-old. Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah, I don't know if it's confirmed that they didn't have laundry detergent, but I am not going to go too hard on the kids, really, when their parents are coked out and swinging in their own house, If you're going to do it, at least do it somewhere else. Like, Jesus Christ, guys, come on.
Kurt, I see him in the chat. He's been awesome. Really just a bunch of people have been great. I'm sorry if I missed someone. The people I talked to personally know.
I needed it, Twitch
they
chat.
are.
Thank you for being nice to me.
So.
And again, please
I'm not
like the
gonna
stream,
sit here
guys.
and
Like
jerk
the
everybody.
like the YouTube stream, please, because it helps boost me in the algorithm. It's a completely free way to boost me in the algorithm.
Be off though. I do see Camelot in the chat as well. What Camelot should be doing is racing. Did you guys know that Camelot is now a racist? He is a racer and a racist. He's lead attorney, obviously. Always forgetting the black guy. Lead attorney has been wonderful. And again, I haven't watched everybody's shows, and some people will send me a clip or something, or say, hey, so and so said something about you. And some people it's almost like they're concerned that someone might have said something negative at some stream somewhere. And guys, it's always been this way. People are allowed to have different opinions about me. They're allowed to make up their minds on whatever the...
Yeah. Deep Sea Monster says, Start, have you seen that Nanny 911 episode where the eldest daughter, 16, fainted because she was under so much pressure to parent her younger siblings? No one lets kids be kids anymore. Yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad. Memes aside, what this R word did to his children is unforgivable. He's a millionaire and his kids are dirty and starving. What the yeah, no, that's my opinion as well. Like, homie, you chose these things.
I don't want to say the evidence. That's getting a little official here.
Was in his chat
Whatever the
begging him.
story that people know is, they're going to make decisions and
Oh
judgments.
shit,
and
we got a Mayo Monkey raid? Did we get a Mayo Monkey raid? Mayo Monkey, Mayo Monkey. Okay, thank you for the Mayo Monkey raid. Wait, are you a MILF? No? Can we get some monkeys in the chat? Can we get some monkey emojis in the chat to celebrate the Mayo Monkeys? Mayo Monkey. What'd you guys do on stream? What did Bo Blacks do on stream? Tell me. What did he do on stream? Tell me, chat. What did he do? What did you guys do? I was in there begging him not to try and be a stand-up comic, and his chat attacked me. Jesus, Natasha, I'm sorry. More tipster bully streams? Okay, all right. Boring Anissa and Keemstar bullying. Dude, I gotta bully Bo Blacks about watching the Frogan vid. I don't know if he's watched it yet. Why the hell is YouTube chat such degens asking about MILFs? I don't know. Thank you, Bo Blacks. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so for those who are just coming in, I'm Stardust. I cover drama, and I do a little side of politics, but mostly drama these days and just weird shit. Right now, we are going over the Nick Rekieta arrest and everything that's going on with him versus the state of Minnesota. And he did a live stream last night. So we are currently watching his live stream from last night. Oh, Keem. Yeah, I haven't kept up with the lolcow live stuff. I haven't either. I was the one who begged him to watch it. LOL. That's okay. That's fine. I'm just happy that people have liked it. But, the opinion of somebody who's seasoned as a content creator is always appreciated. So, okay. So yeah, we are watching the Nick Rekieta live stream from last night. Basically, you can see he's in a new room, a different room, and he's just talking about what different people have been saying about the case and what people have been saying about his arrest and all of that. So let's see what else he's going to say here. Okay.
Assessments based on the story that they hear, right? That should be obvious. I will say this.
Dior, you really liked your Frogan vid? Yeah, I was really happy to see that. Because I know that there are like some people who are really hating on it, but it wasn't like large content creators or anything. And I think also, some people are kind of biased against me because they just hate me. So it was nice to get, it was nice to see that from Nick. And I appreciated that because I had worked really hard on that video. I worked on it for months, and just the researching was months long. And then putting together the video was a pain in the ass, and editing, I worked really hard on editing. I got kind of like OCD about the editing. So yeah, I'm glad people liked it. I think people always underestimate me, and yeah, it's interesting to see how it changes things. All right, I'm a bounce for now. Good to see you. Have a good rest of your stream, Stars. Have a good one, Milena. Thanks for stopping by. Really awesome video, bro. Awesome. I didn't see Malcolm's coverage, actually. Oh, I didn't know Bo Blacks actually watched it. I don't know if he actually watched the video. He hasn't said anything to me about it, so. Don't erase Malcolm during Pride Month. I didn't see Malcolm's coverage. I know he was probably critical, but I think that's just how Malcolm is. So I'm not offended by it,
I said it before, people completely misinterpreted this one as well. The story...
Yeah, and also Malcolm doesn't hate me, from what I can tell, so...
is something that is not what's being said. How far off in what areas will differ all over the place. And this is going well beyond legal. I don't know, like I was like kind of like trending all over the place. I saw Law and Crime covered my search warrant. I cannot wait to go through the Law and Crime coverage of my search warrant. Like oh God, it's gonna, cause like, of course they did. I don't begrudge them for doing it. I would have done it twice. Like if Dan Abrams ever gets, if that dude ever gets like, I don't know what he'd be charged with or whatever, I will make fun of him all day. So I would expect them to do the same, but I now want to go back and chop up their analysis because it's going to be funny. A lot of people have said a lot of really things about me and particularly me and Lady Rackets. And I will say this one time. Again, the story and reality diverge in places. But I'll say this way.
It's toward diverge.
People can only make value judgments and assessments based on what they have seen and heard, and
That's true.
what
At
they
least
have
he's-
seen and heard now.
At least he's being reasonable about that, right? Like, at least he's being reasonable. Like, we only have the evidence that is out there floating around. So you can't really be too mad at all of us if there's something wrong that's being floated around and we don't know that it's wrong. Like, what is the reality, right? Those kids are going no contact the second they can move out. I don't know. I don't know if I can say that, but yeah.
Will be their value judgment and assessment. And at some point, I'll either get the opportunity to correct that for someone or I won't. And that's life. Especially that's life in any sort of media. You get the opportunity to speak, and people may not always take the opportunity to listen. And if that's what people decide to do and they've made their judgments, then I can't begrudge them for that. Of course, you know, when things are said about you, when allegations or inaccuracies crop up, you want to run out and address them. You want to immediately put up the counter narrative. You want to say, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is a lie, they know it, blah, 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 blah. And when you're charged criminally, you can't really do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation
You
to be
just,
in.
you just can't. So
But-
some of that is
But we do have all of the live streams where you're like coked out of your mind, you know? So
gonna just have to wait a long time, or maybe
Bro, he's made value judgments on so much less than this. That's true. That's true.
a short time. We'll find out. But that being said, it's just how it goes. And I don't begrudge anyone their bad judgments, except for people who actually know better. You know, there are people out there who know more of the story. And this is always true in every circumstance, but it's also true in this one. There are people out there who know more of the story than they are letting on, and they are dishonestly speaking about it. And some people,
interesting.
you know, go ahead.
I think he is referencing Aaron, guys. I think you guys are right. He is referencing Aaron.
And for whatever reason, take up a position, we'll say opposed to someone for a purpose that doesn't make sense in the long or short run to me. But and I know I have to speak cryptically about this because I'm not here to throw people under the bus. I'm not here to like point any guns or anything. Oh God, no, those are gone. No, I'm not here to point anything at anybody, but there are people out there who know things that they're saying are untrue. And there are people out there who know character of the worst, in my opinion, are the ones who not only know things and know about my character, but they also know their own character. And methinks some of them doth protest too much. And methinks maybe some of them have adopted a position for personal gain, and they'll do that. Like, that's fine. Again, I'm not going to call anybody out. I don't need anybody to do anything, I don't need anybody to even stop watching or stop listening to anybody. And that's not the point. It's just, I'm sharing with you guys my experiences going through this, because this is kind of like this is foreign territory, man.
I don't think he's reading from a prompter.
I'm coming after one person, and it's so.
I don't think he's reading from a teleprompter. Or a prompter. I think he's just looking at his computer screen. Because, you know, you have to look at, like, the chat and all of that, you know? So, pretty sure it's a monster we sell tons at work. Okay.
Okay. Oh, no. Believe me, I'm not coming after anybody. I made fun of Legal Mindset because he's a retard, but that's his own problem. I'm not even talking about him in this scenario at all. I literally just made fun of him because he's retarded. And he acts like this super Chad ladies man as he looks off to the boys' room with one eye, the girls' room with one eye.
Oh, my God.
And between them because he can't decide which one to go to. I'll make fun of him because he's dumb. That being said, I'm not going after anybody else right now specifically because I don't need it. And you should still watch him, by the way. Like, no one should stop watching Legal Mindset because I made fun of him. We're all allowed to make fun of each other, right? Like, that's okay. I thought. Is that not okay? But yeah, there are people who are genuinely.
Yeah, I'm going to say I don't think that there's going to be any jail time with this either. You know, it's a first offense, and he's got a lot of support around him, and he's probably going to be okay. Garfield is what he's looking at. LMFAO, yeah.
I just realized I may have had another mic picking up something, so I have 2 mics in the room.
Okay, now it sounds a little bit less. Okay, it sounds a little bit less.
Because it's also a karaoke setup. But yeah, there are other people out there who fit the criteria that I was talking about much better than him. They'll know who they are, and I'm not here to burn or torch anybody. I really don't care. People have to make their judgments based on what they know. Some people are making performative judgments based on the opposite of what they know, and that's okay. Cheers to them. You learn a lot. You learn a lot at various times doing this job, which is the gayest I've ever heard or said. That's not the gayest shit I've ever said. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It is June, but you learn a lot in this sort of world of social media and talking and networking with people
I
about
hope it's a wake up call too.
who
Eli.
actually is actual. And you learn it at different times. Triumphs, you learn a little bit. Crises, you learn a lot.
Sorry, Natasha.
And all you can do is keep going because you can never know ahead of time. You can try and judge people's character. You can try and take advice from other people, of course, but you can never actually know in enough time to really make a value assessment of someone before you invest in them. Oh God, what a gross word that is. But like, you know, as people become part of your network and you talk to them more and cross promote and all that, you can't always know how things are going to turn out, and you can't worry about it either. So I'm mad at Drexel? No, I'm not mad at Drexel at all. Why would I be mad at Drex? Barnes says the search warrant is a total crock. Look, again, I'm not going to comment on any of that stuff. I can't right now. At some point, if I comment about the search warrant, it'll be done in a filing. If, that's an if, by the way, the state, they're just waiting. They're just waiting. The state is like, oh, God, can he please say something? I hope they put all my gay jokes in a filing or whatever. But no, it's...
Lamau, that's a monster rehab. That's not the rehab he needs. Oh my God. Star, I love you so much. I'm skipping the D-Oreo stream for you. Whoa, really, Sora? Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. That's the flavor. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I really do hope it is a wake-up call for Nick, you know? Like, those... If what's said about the kids is true, it's really bad, you know?
If I'm going to say anything about the case, you'll find out.
He's not treating this like a wake-up call, though. No, he's not. He's actually going into the whole government conspiracy thing. Yeah, I think he should be, like, taking some accountability for even getting himself into this situation in the first place, but he won't. He won't. I also love you, Stardust. I'm missing the Fundy Friday stream for you. Wait, what's Fundy Friday? What's Fundy Friday? Thank you for missing it for me. Thank you, guys. I love you. I love you all very much. Oh, he is fully demonstrating an unwillingness to recognize this was an issue. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty sad. Because I think if what's he said about the kids is true, they deserve an apology, you know? Sora, thank you for the $5 super chat. Take my D-Oreo money. Oh, thank you. Yeah, guys, if you like the content, please remember to like the stream, boost me in the algorithm, and also consider super chatting or becoming a member, because a lot of my videos are going yellow, and, you know, I'm trying to offset the ad revenue that I'm not getting from them. So she talks about / makes fun of Christian fundamentalists, LOL, like the Duggars and Girl Defined. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get a little bit meaner here.
Got about it in a filing, probably through my attorney. Oh,
I'm just not being mean enough today. Dude, I need to channel energy when I was covering the Poppy and Xena stuff, you know? But it's kind of hard because, like, kids are involved here. I don't know. I mean, like, what can I even say? His forehead's big? Like, everybody knew that. Like, you can see it from the moon, you know? Like, yeah.
Everybody's like, don't represent yourself. Like, I know. Like, you said you're going to represent yourself. No. I said at the arraignment, which, by the way, I said at the arraignment that I was representing myself for this arraignment because it's just an arraignment. I knew the score. I actually knew pretty much exactly what my bail was going to be based on other bail set and possession cases in this county, especially ones that involve guns.
What's the name of the content creator who does Fundy Fridays? Who is that? I realized you paused when he was looking to the side at Garfield got me good. It's funny. Don't worry, Star, Garfield is bestowing judgment enough. True.
If I had to guess what bail would be, I would have guessed $60,000 to $75,000 because I'm a pessimist. They said it at 50. I still think that's too high. I still think.
Thank you for the $1.99, Couchman. Very much appreciated. Oh, Funny Fridays is the channel name. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. It sounds interesting. Just 1 second.
I think $50,000 to show that you're like not, that you're actually not even show. To enjoy the not being guilty part of not guilty until proven so, right? Like, I do think that $50,000 is a little onerous, but the way bonding works, it doesn't end up being that much. We won't get into it too much about that. Those of you who know how bonding works will know. We can talk about it some other time. It's not why we're here. Off topics, what are your thoughts on Trump's guilty verdict? I knew he would be found guilty. Do I think he'll get prison time? No. Robin said, how about Biden himself in France today? Look, if I was in France, I'd be myself too. Because the last time I was in France, it was different.
What does that mean?
Where's the dog? Is Sunny, our dog? She's in the bathroom. At night, Sunny hangs out in our bathroom.
Apparently their dog hangs out in their bathroom during the night. That's really weird to me. Like, what? Like, what? Wait, why is your dog hanging out in the bathroom all night? What is going on?
Yeah, that was a weird one. People are like, the dog was taken or something. Like, ATF didn't raid the house. The dog's alive. Like, if ATF came, like, okay, yeah, no, but ATF didn't come. It was just the local sheriff. So they didn't shoot the tiny pug. She's still alive. Show us the dog. I can go get her in a minute. I'm happy to. When did I get a dog? Oh, when God cursed me. But no.
I do have to say, like, given all the stuff here and the fact that he's running with like, oh, it's the government is out to get me. Like, you either are guilty or you are the most unlucky guy in the world. And if you're the most unlucky guy in the world at that point, like, the universe just has it out for you. You just have to accept your fate. You know? That's true. Need to have 5K just to stay out of jail until the trial when they're not likely to get a prison sentence.
Oh yeah, there's so many wild stories out there. I've seen only a fraction of them. Like, obviously, I can't follow all the stuff about me. I don't know how other people do. And I find out stuff from the internet. I'm like, oh man, that's cool. Or that's not cool. Like, sometimes, like, oh, my dog's dead. But no, she's very much alive. I found out that she was dead. And then I also found out that she was alive when I just was like, hey, Sonny. And she started yapping. Ceiling cats. Well, no, they're floor cats here because I'm actually over my office is right below me. So they're floor cats.
At least he's being a good sport about the ceiling cats,
up
right?
And down through the floor or whatever. Please comment on the status of Sonichu medallion. It's still here. It's still here. But it's kind of wild what you what you find out about yourself very quickly from partial stories. And I've been learning a lot about myself. In some ways, I like what I'm learning. And in other ways, I'm like, I don't like that at all. But one thing I do like, and this is something that'll be fun. I can't do it now. This is what I hate. Like, the things that they want to take away from you. It's not, and the government isn't actually taking it away from you. But people get very overly cautious. And that's the right move. Don't get me wrong. They get very overly cautious about stuff. And they take away, like, levity. So,
Dear
like,
sweet
they're a
baby
bunch
Jesus,
of just
why is
banger.
Sonichu being mentioned? So the reason why Sonichu is being mentioned is because there's a rumor going around that if you bought a Sonichu medallion and you wear it, that it transfers the curse to you or whatever. Or even if you have it in your possession, it transfers the lolcow curse to you. And so it's like a superstitious thing. I think it's pretty funny. But basically, Nick Rekieta is one of these people who's owned a Sonichu medallion. And basically, yeah, he's basically saying, no, I don't have the curse, whatever, I have it, it's fine.
Memes. There are a bunch of just banger memes out there. And
banger memes?
I want to.
There's so many banger memes out there. Yeah, while my children were taken away. Very true. Banger memes about my kids being taken away. Like, what?
Like, share them and laugh at them because they're funny. Like, funny things are still funny. But when this stuff happens to people, everybody's like, no, you gotta watch out. The joke police are coming. The
gotta stay on the
police are coming. And if you
Gotta
tell
stay
a
on the
joke
light
or
side
smile,
of being a junkie.
if you even, like, if you don't smile in public, like, if you're out in public, people will be like, this. Like, well, what are you supposed to do with every part of your day? Like, you can't laugh at a joke. You can't enjoy a show or a movie. Like, you can't do anything because someone's like, they should be doing something else. Like, well, okay, calm your tits there, chief. Is that right? I think I got to say it like Pride Month. Calm your tits there, bro. people will have momentary emotions, and I get to go through the full gambit of them every, couple minutes. It's cool.
Oh, did we get a
I
raid?
think you should try that.
Did we get another raid? Did we get another raid? What happened? What happened? Did we get another raid? Thank you for the raid, SFO. I hope you're doing well. What'd you guys cover on stream today? Also, yes, please click the like button on the YouTube stream. If you're here from the raid, please click the like button. It's a completely free way to help boost me in the algorithm. And as you know, I need that right now because, I'm still rebuilding things. I feel like it took me a whole year to rebuild after I had to take a huge hiatus because of an emergency, and I feel like it took almost a year for me to rebuild everything. Dev was watching awful video game conferences for like 5 hours. Jesus. By the way, Dev, did you put that clip together that's on Twitter? Like, Dev tweeted out this clip of me. I'll show it later, but yeah. Like the streamer, the Sonichu curse could be transferred to you. That's true. It's a raffle. Basically, it's a raffle. It's a raffle for anybody who doesn't click the like button. So if you don't click the like button, it's going to randomly go to one of you, okay? So press the like button.
Did I go to church this weekend? Yes. Yeah, I go to church pretty often.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He went to church this weekend after they were the ones who reported him. Guys, we're at 88 likes and we have 136 current viewers. We can do better now. Come on. Come on. Can we at least get to 100, 101? Like, that is the least. Okay? 88, unacceptable. 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 It should at least be 101 likes, okay? The like to viewer ratio is not acceptable to me, and I am pausing the stream until we get that up. Get that like ratio up, okay? Press that like button, or I will curse you. I did like, I'm sorry, I can't like more. That's okay. Thank you, thank you. No, I'm telling the people who didn't like. I'm telling the people who didn't press the like button. Okay, we're at 96 now. We're at 96. 4 more. No, 5 more. 5 more likes. Some of you are tabbed out. Drawing. Okay? Tab back in and press that like button. Hi, SFO. How's it going? So, yeah. I mean, yeah, the church were the ones who reported him, and I guess he went to church still that weekend. So, I mean, good for him. Well, I gave this stream a shot. Well, thank you for trying. Okay, let's see. We're at 99. That's good enough.
That's part of the old routine. But yeah. Oh, people.
Welcome back to camera.
I don't know.
Thank you.
People are really concerned about my health. It's amazing what happens when you're not sick and you can eat. But I have been putting the weight back on, and I'm right around my target weight. It's great, which is really cool. I am going to try and get to all the tips that are there. I really appreciate them. I don't really have a friendly setup for grabbing all of them. Right now, the same church? No.
Oh,
and that's actually
he went to a different church. Sick, I mean, addiction is a sickness, I guess. Yeah, well, I mean, it is, yeah. I'm not sick. I'm putting on weight. You certainly don't look like it, dude. You look thinner. You look like you lost weight. Okay, so that's funny, okay? He went to church, but a different church. He went to a different church than he usually goes to. Okay, makes sense. Okay, let's hear what he has to say here.
Nothing to do with anything other than in the summertime, we tend to go to this other church.
Glitterball.
Just scheduling and like that. But yeah.
Dude, really? Star, I left the Deadwing Dork stream for this. Haha. Oh, damn. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Okay, so... Oh, where were we?
That's his own problem. That's his own... I'm adopted a position for personal gain, and they'll do that. Like, that's fine. Again, I'm not going to call anybody out. I don't need anybody to do anything right now specifically because I don't need it. And you should still watch him, by the way. But the not France, it was different. Where's the dog? I guess.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to find her place. Accidentally.
Yeah, I go to church pretty often. That's part of the old routine. But yeah. Oh,
well, he went to a different church.
I don't know. People are really concerned about my health. It's amazing what happens when you're not sick and you can eat. But I have been putting the weight back on, and I'm right around my target weight. It's great, which is really cool. I am going to try and get to all the tips that are there. I really appreciate them. I don't really have a friendly setup for grabbing all of them.
Wife in the Bible.
I know the same church. No,
I don't know anything about it.
And that's actually has nothing to do with anything other than in the summertime we tend to go to this other church. Just
oh, it has nothing to do with what's been going on. In the summertime, they go to a different church. Interesting. Interesting.
Scheduling and shit like that. But yeah, just don't drink and sure. Oh God, why would I do that? Show us the dog. Nobody believes you.
Okay.
Oh, now I.
So what we've learned is that he's still going to church, but he is currently going to a different church than the one that reported him. And that makes no sense to me. He says that in the summer they go to a different church. Look, I don't know shit about churches, okay? But that makes no sense to me. Dude, it's June. Obviously, we're going to our summer church. What the f? It's his summer vacation church? Jesus. It's thou shalt not commit adultery, and thou shalt not covet thy neighbor. 2 different commandments. Oh, okay. Between the last 2 Sundays, it must have just become summer. Yeah, interesting. Oh, okay. Churches change their sermon schedule during the summer and have Sunday school or more activities for kids at one versus another. Interesting. Okay. We need a church that supports the gays in June. So true. Maybe if one church just has better AC or something, or a nice flowers in bloom. I don't know what filed is.
Won't. No, I won't. So it's
okay. Field. Okay.
Not sick. Yeah, that's it. No, seriously, like it's funny to me. Like, this is one of those moments of levity that I can.
Do you really think that he was too embarrassed to go to his previous church? Hogwash, he was too embarrassed to go to his usual one. This is prime for me, just deep conditioning my hair. Hi Barbie, how's it going? Yeah, maybe, but also maybe the other pastor just turned him in for an ounce of blow and he's bitter. Could be that too. I don't know what to believe here.
Go ahead and share a little bit with you is like events converge that are unrelated, and people are like, see.
Embarrassed? No, the man has no shame. Angry? Yes. Yeah. You can get kicked out of churches. It wouldn't surprise me if he got banned. I don't know that he got banned. If like the church knows him, and they seem to have known him for like at least like 10 years, I don't know that they would like ban him, you know, if he was going through a rough time. I don't buy the summer church argument. I don't know. Look, I don't know anything about churches, but apparently he has a summer church, so fuck the summer house. We have a summer church, you know? Like, damn. Is he Catholic or Protestant? He's a Protestant.
And it's like, no, actually, I really did get sick for 20 days out of about somewhere between a 40 and 60-day period. There were 2 10-day periods where I couldn't eat. I could barely get out of bed, and I ran a fever most days between 101, 102, and 104. And there was one time, this is a true story, by the way. People are like, oh, he's lying. There's no reason for me to lie about this. It was goofy. I think it was actually just a result of how we do the, they have the type of thermometer that you use, but I did have a 107 reading on a thermometer one day. And I think it was because I was bundled up in bed while I had a fever, and I was probably just sitting there overheating on the surface. I don't think I was actually dying with my brain cooking. But once I got cooled down, my fever there.
That's disputable. Why is he telling this story? I had a 107-degree fever, but I don't think I actually had brain damage from it. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that one, but okay.
It was 104. Like that. That's true.
Like,
but people are like, see, this happened. That's what the weight loss was. Like, no, I literally couldn't eat. I'm sorry. I wanted to.
So he's saying that he was sick for 20 days, and that's why he looked like... It had nothing to do with the drug use. It was that he was sick for 20 days. How are you having sex and swinging while you're still sick? To explain his weight loss, but his alcohol/drug use, yeah, that was his illness. Yeah, withdrawal will make you sick. Drinking super heavily can cause literally all these symptoms minus a 107 fever, LOL. Yeah, he's like, I only looked like I was sick, guys. You know, I'm okay. I'm not addicted to anything. I just looked like I was sick because I was sick. I was sick with something else, though. Why wouldn't he just say 103 or something more believable? I don't know. Also, why wouldn't he have mentioned it at the time? It's a good point. It's a good point. I don't know if I buy this. You get fevers from withdrawal. By the way, lying is a sin. True. His sickness was months ago. He wasn't going through withdrawals then. No, I think I don't know. I think he's coping. He's saying like, I was sick for 20 days and, you know, people thought I was, you know, were saying that, you know, the drug use, he's basically alluding to it. He's saying like people were saying that me looking like I was sick was confirming certain things, but really I was just sick, So he's trying to imply you guys think that I looked that way because of the drug use, but it wasn't because of that. I actually was just sick for 20 days straight and had 107 fever. I don't buy it, but okay.
I wanted to, but yeah.
And also, if he was sick for 20 days, how was he still engaging in the swinging stuff? Why was he still getting on stream and getting drunk? Why wasn't he saying anything about being sick? Also, hi, Azilla, how's it going?
It's again, the way the internet works, and you can't like blame people for it. Again, they only have the parts of the story that they have. And even if like I can tell you whatever part of any story.
How was he still live streaming? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. I just don't.
And you'd never know I was being honest or not. Like you never know anybody is. You just have to make your judgments based on character of the person you know. You guys will do that to me.
Good. I just came from the endless stream.
That's
cool. I'm going to cover art commentary either tomorrow or Tuesday, I think. The biggest problem in the universe will start soon, and DaxiPad might talk about streamer. Wait, about me? Why would he talk about me? I thought we got on fine. Whatever. There's new stuff going on with Lio. It's insane. I have heard there's so much drama, but I wanted to really focus on the Rekieta stuff right now and get through the Rekieta stuff and then deal with art commentary. So anyways, it's getting late over here. I wish you all a nice day, but I'm out. Have a good one, Utare. Have a good one. Who's Rekieta? Famous YouTube lawyer who recently got arrested and was found with like 26 G's of coke. To see that you're saying that Dick Masterson would cover me to see. I thought he was laughing at everything that I was saying, I don't think he was, I don't know. I thought it ended amicably, but I could be wrong.
That's that. Like that's how it's always been. So it's always trust me, bro, and you have to decide yes or no. And you have to do that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, Azilla.
For everyone.
Pretty wild. And he was swinging too.
Started eating substream, Griff the food stuff. God. I still have my 4,000 calorie ramen that someone sent me. I gotta cook that. That's what I need to do. Need to do that. And just say like, you're not getting done with the stream until you eat it all. Because it's absolutely do not eat alone. But yeah, Gentleman Sausage says, I've seen people get false highs on a forehead thermometer after sunburn. I didn't see the rest of your comment. But yeah, I assume that my 107 was a little inflated. But the in-ear thermometer on that one was still 104. It was gross. But, that's that. Movie watch streams and game streams again. God, me. Right before this happened. I don't know if you guys remember when I was playing games on Twitch, because I did for a little.
Azilla, yeah, DM, come to the Discord too. Like, tell us the Lio drama as well in the Discord, okay? You don't even DM, just post it in the general, because I want to know what's going on. Or post it in, I don't know. We have a Drama Frog, channel or whatever. So, anyways, sorry. Star, if you haven't learned that the streaming place is full of fickle friends by now, you're in trouble, but you do know this. I do know, and I don't consider anybody really, I don't consider people close friends. I consider everybody I'm friendly with. Like, I'm friendly with people. I don't know if I'm friends with people. But, I don't know. It seemed like we ended things amicably. I don't know what would have changed in the past week that would make him now upset, But
a while, and I enjoyed it, but then
except for me, her white woman alter, true. I mean, there are a few people. Yeah, there are a few people who are exceptions. So.
Stopped enjoying games. Something happened. They announced Owlcat Games, which did Pathfinder Kingmaker. They announced a game that was right up my butthole, and it was called Rogue Trader. It's a
right
Warhammer 40K RPG.
They announced a game that was right up my butthole. What kind of... I have never heard this saying before. Oh, you might have to accept the rules or whatever, and then it takes 5 minutes to allow access to the server. Let me check though. Just a second here. And then 1 second. Okay, try now. It might still take you 5 minutes or something. Oh, yeah, it looks like you can type now. Okay. Anyways.
In the same style that they did Pathfinder Kingmaker. I bought the Super Collector's Edition box for it. This is 2 years ago or something. And I thought maybe I like somehow screwed it up because it never, ever came out. Like I never got it. And I just got it like right before all this legal shit hit. So I have thought about firing up, and I think you could have been able to play this game on Steam or like early access forever, but I never did because I kind of lost interest in playing video games and lost time on it. But maybe I can get back into some gaming streams at some point.
Yeah, I do respect that as well, Barbie. Barbie says, I respect that he's been very tight-lipped about his kids in general. I think that's a smart move. Right up my butthole. Yeah, unless I'm talking about a colonoscopy, them words ain't coming out of my mouth. Damn, dude. Someone should make a dating sim where you can play through this drama as any of the main four. Wait, main four what? Main four people in this drama? Oh, you mean like Aaron or April or Nick or Kayla? That's so funny. I can't help but wonder why he's talking about the games up his butthole now when you don't have custody of your kids. Yeah, well, he was talking about, oh, there's some banger memes out there. Yeah, banger memes about you losing your kids. So, I mean, you know, or at least temporarily. I don't know. I have to go to my satanic initiation. Thanks for the streamer. Hope you keep the cam. It's better than the ugly bunny. Thank you. Very kind of you. Oh, it was in chat. He's responding. Yeah. Have a good one, Neo Prototype.
For that. The movie streams on Twitch don't work anymore. They're gone. They're done. Twitch actually shut down the watch party feature. Now you can still do a watch party if you just like say, hey, I'm watching this movie. We're starting it now at this point, and then you go. But you can't stream it through a streaming service without running huge copyright risks. So I don't know. I've got to figure that out. I don't want to promise people that we'll do watch party things. It may be very clunky. I just wish Amazon would have implemented a plan where I could pay, I don't know, $100, $200 or whatever, and do a screening of any movie in the Amazon library.
If you would do movies or Twitch streams,
whether people had Prime or not. Similar to like how a movie
Okay.
theater would do it. Because I think that'd be a way better feature. I think, people could come into the stream. I pay like upfront cost on licensing the movie for a one-time limited showing, and then everybody who watches my stream can watch the movie, and they can choose to donate to me to like I can recoup the cost or whatever. To me, that would be awesome. But Stacy says back to trial streams. Yes. One of the big changes I'm looking at making is tooling the show much more towards a daytime schedule. I've been talking about this for a while, and suddenly I've got an opportunity to do just that. I actually wanted to get into the Karen Reed case and get into it this week. And then the state kept telling me places I needed.
I think Rekieta is going live on Ethan Ralph's show. Let me see. Just a second.
Just download you.
Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on it on my other monitor. I'll see if Nick calls in. We'll watch it.
To
Okay.
be and things I needed to do, right in the middle of the day.
Yes.
Every day
The funny
this
thing
week. So that hasn't happened yet, but I'm working on that. And that really should tame down at some point. But, when there's hoops, you jump through them.
Oh my
you plan-
god. Barbie says, I remember watching a lawyer come right into court to try and represent a client after they had just been a defendant in drug court and pretending I'm fine, everything's fine, and we were all, oh my god. What the
Planning on doing any Hunter Biden coverage? Yeah, I am. One of the interesting things is I have a parallel. Like Glenn Gary says, go back to your roots, man. Trial streams aren't my roots. I don't know where people got the idea that they're like, oh, trial streams are his roots and trial streams are where he grew so much. Like I did grow quite a bit during trial streams, but the major growth portions on my channel were not always trial stream related. And some of the biggest like growth based on percentages was not done during trial streams. And like they hadn't been invented yet by me by accident. Like that hadn't happened. Like the Vic Mignogna case was huge in bringing people.
That's sick. What a badass. That's really funny. Oh my god, that is true. It's a pretty Giga Chad move, honestly. It's a pretty Giga Chad move. He keeps looking at left Garfield with a side eye. Yeah, true. Is bad enough? The judge handed him rehab cards after the fact, like very worrisome. Whoa, dude. This was a joke question. He didn't get it, LOL, because of the Hunter Biden addiction, but Nick kept on answering like it was nothing. Damn.
People and eyes to the channel. Well, the Dick Masterson case as well. In some ways, the Google case, Poppy, like these, there were like moments where growth happened. A big boost was the political coverage in the 2020 election. Like there's all sorts of ways. Going back to my roots goes well before Rittenhouse and well before trial streams. I like trial streams. I want to get back to doing them. What I don't want to do is start a trial stream at 8 in the morning and then at 9:45 have to go and come back at like noon and be in the middle of the stream and then have to go somewhere else at 2 or whatever. Can I confirm that I am in possession of knowledge that could lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton? No, I cannot confirm that because I'm still alive. So that's not there. But yeah, this whole like, I know people mean well with it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm fine. You know, this is just sugar all over my nose. I was baking a cake, a big cake, a really, really big cake and needed more sugar, but I'm fine. Sir, please calm down. You are talking 90 miles an hour and talking to my wall. If you see, there's going to be multiple people call him a child in his chat. Really? Fuck. That's crazy.
And I like trial streams. From a content perspective, they're really easy to do. You don't need to do a shit of research. You actually don't need to do much at all. You're going to turn on a thing and watch it and comment along with existing opinions and knowledge. And sure, you can start to sprinkle in knowledge about a particular fact set around the case or whatever. You can start adding things in as a content creator, I guess. But the secret that the law tube or whatever community doesn't want to say out loud is like, trial streams are easy, except for the amount of like time that they take. But yeah, man, you just sit there and like make fun of stuff. That's great. But they're also.
I'm wondering what the point of this is. He's trying to be like, oh, I didn't blow up off of my trial stuff. A lot of my growth came from other stuff. Okay, but like what stuff? I'm so confused. Why? Like, what is the point of this?
It's a really good content. Don't get me wrong. And I like doing them. Been looking for an opportunity to get back to them. But for many reasons that predate my recent legal issues, it's taken a bit. Hey, AJ, I mirror it. You can say that. You could just, like, if you just say it like slightly
oh my,
less.
you see that? A child. Oh my God. These people are spamming it. I don't think he's going to get disbarred. I think a lot of lawyers have drug problems, apparently. Yeah. Holy moly. That's got to be rough. You're covering the incompetent coke fiend? Am I? Oh, you mean just covering, not like blocking. Yeah. It's going on for a couple of minutes. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Spammy. You can say it all you want. Like, I'm not going to stop you. But if you keep like taking up the whole chat window with the spam. Oh, he's
addressing it.
Like, I'll just throw you out because f you. Go take your free speech onto that cock you want to put in your mouth.
Which cock? What? Is he live right now? No, he's not live right now. This is a live from last night. He went live last night on his locals channel. This is like a recording that somebody got. To truly trigger disbarment, you must mess with client funds. Oh, interesting. He just went live for the first time on locals last night. Is he boozing or was that just a soda? I think we confirmed it was a monster rehab. Yeah, I know that he's agreed to do an interview with Ethan Ralph. I don't know if that's tonight. I have it pulled up on my side screen, so. Sorry, we have to go on locals for some research. Fuck, dude. Yeah, maybe. What's the deal with the Garfields? I'm intrigued. I just think it's funny.
But anyway, with how's the book coming along? Well, it's hit a roadblock. But yeah. Look, all of this has been very, very tumultuous. It's not fun. I gave Maddox a win. Look, I am a giver. It's tumultuous. It's not fun. People say the worst shit about you. It's not true, and you can't really do anything to do otherwise. I will say this. We'll say it. I'm going to be a little harsh in this statement.
Ooh, let's see.
The amount of bootlicking faggots out there who are like, the government said. All right. And by the way.
I mean, I guess I'm a bootlicker then. I disavow, by the way. I disavow. I did not say that. I do not endorse saying that, okay? Unless you have the pass. But I guess I am a bootlicking F-slur then. Yay for Pride Month? I guess so.
Bootlicking faggots includes a bunch of lawyers who at every other time will tell you, oh, you can't trust the government, you can't trust the narrative. And now they're like, oh man, look what they said. Look what the government said here. And they're like just so happy about it. You can always find someone's true colors when they have the opportunity to stand by what they say.
If you think a parent is obligated to clothe their children, you are a gay Nazi. So true. Start is very progressive, very pro F-slur. Oh my God, stop. Because there's no motive to set up Nick. Yeah, I think Barnes is going full conspiracy. Barnes is like, yeah, you know, Nick is a outspoken critic of the government and that's why the government's going after him. Bitter isn't a good look. So true. Well, slap my ass and call me Adolf. Oh my God. Jeez. Barnes is a virtual ambulance chaser. He's alleging the judge hates him. Well, he can't allege that anymore because they got a replacement for that judge, and the new judge that they got is tough on crime. So Sandman literally had to sue Barnes to stop pretending he was his lawyer. That's so wild. Hi, Blake. How's it going?
And they don't.
There's a massive difference between don't trust the government too much and they found my kids just amongst my coke lines. My coke piles. Yeah. The government is trying to take away my nuclear reactor made of smoke detectors because I'm on to something. Oh my God, dude.
But I digress. Tell you what, guys. There has been a request. That request is for a puppy. I am a giver. I'll go grab the puppy, bring her on camera for a little bit, put her away. The stream, I was planning on streaming for about an hour tonight. I am looking to return to Rumble and YouTube very soon. Maybe tomorrow if my studio's ready. I have a bunch of great topics to discuss. It may not be till Saturday. You know, it really depends. I'm trying to find the right time, give people enough of a heads up. I have a feeling the comeback. It's not the comeback stream, please. Like, oh, don't call it a comeback. It's literally not intended to be that. I'm going to be streaming kind of as per normal, especially on Rumble and YouTube for some time. We're going to get into more of a normal show rhythm. I'm not going to sit here and run Rekieta drama tour. I think it's been done by a lot of people and they can do that.
I don't think he abused a dog, Barbie. I think people are just suspicious because they're like, where is his dog? We haven't seen his dog. Did he get rid of the dog because the dog is gone? So I think that's what's going on, but I could be wrong. That's great, Azilla. I'm glad that you're enjoying the server.
No one's ever tried to stop anyone. That's another fun one. When you keep finding out that you were trying to stop people from doing stuff and you're like, holy fuck, I don't even know who that retard is. Like if there's anybody out there who says, oh yeah, Nick tried to stop me from doing this, or Nick said this, or Nick asked me to do this, or delete that, or remove that. That has never been true. Except for one time when I politely asked someone to take one thing down. And I said, I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'm not going to DMCA it or anything like that. But if you just please take this one thing down, I'd appreciate it. A couple other times I asked on behalf of other people like, hey, that's a thing that might cause someone some hurt that wasn't intended. I would appreciate.
Okay, Kino Casino has said that it wasn't in the police report that there was a dog, so they assumed he had deleted the dog. People went along with it. No, the dog is there. The dog is alive and well.
If you could consider taking it down, I never threatened anybody or told anybody that they had to take something down or been about it. And if people left it up, like that's up to them. I don't. Like, there's no like, anybody who says any of that, okay, I guess. Are cats better than dogs? Yes. Yes, they are. Why did I have a black eye? I fell.
I told you guys he fell. I told you guys he fell, or that's his story and he's sticking with it. Why did I have a black eye? I fell.
Oh,
okay.
No,
he's
I
doing a
legit
bit
fell.
now.
It was the night of that really bad stream, and I wish I could have blamed it on the liquor, but I actually slipped on a dog toy. Hit my eye.
Tara, look at his
on
chat.
It hit right here across the counter.
This is not the best resolution, honestly. I can't see too much. He fell down the stairs? Yeah.
Top in my bathroom. But
That's pictures of people blowing coke
Like-
and Keffel. Oh my god.
I was torched. If I did not slip on a dog toy, I probably would have otherwise fallen because of drinking. Okay, like there's no dodging of that.
At least he's accepting that, at least. He's pointing at Garfield and crying. Hell yeah, dude. Oh my god.
It was just that stupid. Again, this is the thing where it's like the circumstances play out. If I fell from the liquor, I'd just tell you. Because I had ingested more than enough liquor to fall and hit my face. Like that was true. I did that on stream. Holy guys, I didn't even remember most of that damn stream as it happened. I was way too intoxicated. So
Okay,
much liquor.
interesting.
And you can watch me just pounding it back, right? Like you can see it.
Interesting.
Or you could see it or whatever. No bones about that. I wish it would have been I drunkenly stumbled and hit my face on the counter, but it turned out I slipped on a dog toy. It's even gayer. But yeah, so that was my black eye. I looked super cool. I know a bunch of people like want funnier stories with all this stuff. And it's like, like, I wish there were funnier stories. At least then it'd be funnier. But now it's pretty boring. Let me go. Wouldn't your nose hit first? It did. It just hit up here. It hit way up here on the bridge of my nose and it hit right here. And there's actually a little spot here. I think my head must have rolled like that way as I hit. But yeah, the wound went this way and my eye went purple. It was cool. But I'll be right back with the dog.
Uh-oh, did I get disconnected? Okay, I'm good.
Retard. Woof, 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 woof. There we go.
He is blaming the government. He's not blaming the cops, but he's blaming the government for this. Oh, if you mean by the black eye, yeah, it's not from the cops. At least he's owning up to that, and at least he's saying that, yeah, he was pretty drunk on a couple of streams. But I don't know if he's going to accept that he has a problem. We'll see.
So this is, pugs are what we call like God's mistake. But because look at it. What are you even sniffing? But yeah, so that being said, yeah, guys, dogs are so annoying. And this one, oh God, being around it while it eats, it's like listening to Jabba the Hutt have sex with himself. So fucking Jesus Christ.
Is there a live
Ew,
chat
it's
safe for
gross.
work? I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna go put this thing away. Yeah, I know. God, look at it. It's stupid.
My brother in Christ, you
It,
bought the pug. Yeah, that's true.
Gross. Have you ever been in a room with like a really obese person? It has four legs, so it won't die.
I'm fast forwarding.
God made you to not survive. Why did you live? Anyway, I'm gonna go take this thing back. I'll be right back, and we'll finish up the show. Ow! Damn it! I just kicked a rocking chair. It's I don't know, man. Like when the worst in the world gets said about you, you realize like how already doing this sort of gig where people are wondering what this is, by the way. It's just a Monster sweet tea lemonade. Doing the social media thing, you already have to get used to people saying about you. Yeah. When like real shit gets said about you, that is really untrue and really horrid. Like you stop giving a shit when someone's like, your jokes are bad. Like, okay, cool.
This is kind of boring. If I'm gonna be real, with you guys. This stream
Says
is
rehab
actually
on the
really
It
boring.
does. It does. Refresh, recover, rehab with Monster. Brought to you by Nick Rekieta.
You guys were right. You called it. It was a monster.
Wasn't Ralph tweeting he was supposed to have you on a guest on your
What's with the audio? Good lord. Wait, is my audio f***ed up? Is my audio f***ed up, guys? It's his. Oh, okay.
first stream back? No. Ralph was tweeting that, and this is true, that I will be doing my first solo interview with Ralph on the Kill stream. That is true. And he asked me to lock down a date for that. I haven't been able to yet. I haven't been sure when I could even do this stream, much less any other streams, but I will be doing my first solo interview back will be on the Kill stream. That's not the first stream I do or anything like that, but yeah, that will be happening at some point. So it's people can say whatever they want about him. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care. There's some personal poeticness to all of it that helped me make that decision. It's good. Amelia Locke says, why? It doesn't matter to anybody else in the world than me. Good logic. is what, 1,700 people away from 100K? Get that man. How does he not have 100K yet?
Dude, endorsing good logic with his god-awful takes about kids. Seriously?
How does he not have 100K yet? You read Tips Yet, Gaywad? No, I have not. I might need to pull up my phone to do it. So give me a second.
Oh my god. This is an
Oh, I was
incredibly
out
boring
cleaning my
stream.
hot tub today, which is cool.
He's cleaning out his hot tub. Okay. The one that
I'll probably bring back some hot tub streaming at some point here.
he's bringing back hot tub streaming, guys. Everything that you wanted.
But it had to get its spring/summer cleaning in, which is a full one. You got to replace all the water and everything because it starts to get just a little bit fuzzy. I don't know if you've ever had like a hot tub or a pool or whatever. Like you can purify the water over and over and over, but eventually it just starts to feel chemically. He's like, no matter how much chlorine I put in here, it doesn't get out all the semen. And so you have to just like, that's a joke. Jeez. It
Try
definitely gets it all
refreshing
out.
the stream.
But you have to just replace the water from time
audio's
to time because it starts to
freaking
get
out.
awkward. It just doesn't feel like good water. Chichunia says, ew, all the sex in there, gross. Guys, I don't have sex in a hot tub. I have a heat allergy. Do you understand what that would do?
He has a
to
heat
me?
allergy. Okay.
I can barely be in a hot tub, especially in the summertime. I can barely be in a hot tub more than about 20 minutes. I'm not
What?
anything
Why even have one? What?
in a hot tub. I will die. It will be the worst. Oh my God. First of all, sex in water sucks. Sex in a hot tub, particularly for me, no thanks. Yuck. All right, let me pull up this. Let me pull up my own stream, and here we go. Oh, I'm being stream sniped. That's cute. All right, let's see if we come back. We're back? Are we back? Okay. I won't be doing the tips on there. I just have to load them up on here, and I'll have to bend over a couple times. Sorry about that. I opened the stream on my phone, which confused it. On my side, it looked the same.
Welcome back, Zaj.
Do you have 3 computers? No, that's just window. It's like a gazebo window behind me. It's just reflecting my TV that I'm looking at so I can read the chat while having a...
Never had a local subscription, but I remember there were complaints of porn posting in his chat. Yeah, that is something that I've heard people complain about. Wasn't Rackets talking about other people protesting too much a little while ago? I think so. Oh, hi, Rezi. How's it going? Be careful in case something pops up. Okay. Oh my gosh. This stream is incredibly boring, honestly. And how many people watch this guy go live? What the
camera instead of sitting in front of like a laptop.
Can you block his chat with something? I can use Garfield.
Okay, what I won't be able to do for a little bit though, guys, is see the chat. I won't see the chat at all. So I'm sure you can do whatever and say a bunch of shit. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try and get all of the tips in order. This isn't the best system for it.
How much longer is it? 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, Ryan PD911 says Earl Grey is Racket's only hope. Maybe. Airhead151 says, I hope you and your family are doing as good as they can. You look 100 times better than the last stream. I'm drinking about 100 shots less. Much love. Hope for the best outcome for all of you and your family. Thank you very much, Airhead. AJ Merritt says, Russell Greer is doing better in life than you are right now. Go, Russ. I'm proud of him. AJ Merritt says, Russell Greer is doing better in life than you are right now. They had to do the caps, I guess. I was going to get to it, man. Ben SC says, I love you, man. Still thinking about streaming your trial.
Nice.
Look, man, if I go to trial and people aren't streaming it, I'd be shocked. Tweb15 says, Barnes has your back going nuclear on LawTube. I'll say this about LawTube. I've said this a bunch of times. This isn't new. Any sort of like tube community, Comicsgate went through this.
In Pursuit of Knowledge says, hey, Stardust, awesome hanging in Ohio and getting pizza with you and Wick. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Nice to do that with you as well.
IBS, Internet Blood Sports community went through this. All these communities go through this. When you just associate everybody's LawTube, like you don't get to filter out who's retarded or who sucks or who's a piece of shit.
That's what makes the content.
They just are
Rekieta.
there. So it's like, oh, there's a lawyer who's streaming. That must be LawTube or whatever. And there's no way to like keep them out. No, you can't join the club. Who cares? That's why I always said I don't want to be in LawTube. People ask me legitimately.
He
this is a
literally
long time
made
ago,
LawTube.
like after Rittenhouse, to create the LawTube entity, whatever that would be, like get people together as a business venture with like stream splitting and revenue sharing and all this stuff. And I was like, That sounds like killing yourself.
Hey, Stardust, your audio on YouTube is glitching out hardcore. I think you need to refresh, Leroy. You need to refresh. It'll fix it.
Slowly. And I don't want to do that. If I'm going to do it, it should be quick. Not that. Can you imagine trying to run the accounting on like all these lawyers? Well, I streamed 13.2 hours that day. It's like, oh my God. They'd be doing it intense and billing you. Ugh. No, thank you. Super Nerd says, hey, Nick, hope you and Lady Raggets are doing better. Thank you very much. Tweb, I read your one about Barnes saying the search warrant's a total crock. I can't talk about it. Super Nerd, yeah. Trump's guilty verdict and the prison time. I didn't answer that one.
He's actually not drunk and rambling right now, as opposed to usual of all the clips that I've seen of him. You know?
I don't believe it remains after impeachment. And so...
God, dude.
Crackcat says, are you and Lady Rackets together still? I think so. I haven't checked in the past couple minutes. Yes, of course. There was a weird thing where everybody thought that I posted bond for unconditional release, but Lady Rackets didn't, or that I didn't post it for her. We posted bond the exact same time. I think now you can see the receipt, but for whatever reason, the county just didn't file it that day, and it went into the weekend. So everybody was speculating like there was some rift between us or separation. And at first I was like laughing. I'm like, that's funny.
Considering he can't take care of his kids and not surprised accounting scares him. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I realized, no, the county actually didn't
just us going
file her unconditional release. And we had to get that taken care of because the county was incompetent in filing that. But no, we posted bond literally at the exact same time, have the 2 receipts for it. And I just had to go down to the courthouse and be like, hey, wave the receipt. And the lady's like, it's already taken care of. I was like, because it wasn't like you guys didn't do it on Thursday or on Friday or whatever.
Isn't he a stepdad to a few of the kids? No, I don't think so. I think those are all his biological kids. Star, have you caught any of the Cherry versus Kelly Jean lately? What up? Is there an update? Because I watched the J-Stock stream where they argued. Did they argue after that? Are there more arguments between the two of them?
Whatever day it was that we posted, I can't even remember. You didn't do it last week. So it's done now. And she's like, yeah, it's done now. I'm like, are you sure? Can I check? And she's like, yeah. So I checked and it's done. But yeah, people like and this is the fun of the internet, right? Like that story became.
Yes, that's what it is. Aaron had kids from a different relationship than April. Yeah.
Lady Raggets threw me out of the house, or I threw her out of the house, or I was setting her up to fail or something. And I'm like, the f are these people talking about? Holy shit. That was just the county up. Hope Lady Raggets is doing better. Me too. Super Nerd says, look, Nick, even though you're gay, don't drop the soap. What's the equivalent of I am the one who knocks for the guy, like, not dropping the soap, but the other one? I am the one who mounts.
Oh, God, dude. I mean, I have to give him credit. That was decent. That was a pretty
Billy the Kid Law says, I'm sure Greg Doucette, Mars Girl, Jamie Markey, Shane Holmberg, etc. reached out in support, right? Yes. They all said they send their deepest sympathies. Robin Sage says, I hope in light of all that and in consideration of that, we are doing relatively okay. I mean, it's not fun, but we're doing things as much as possible. So I get it. Take care of yourself, Nick. And that is up here. I'll bring it out.
Oh, my God.
I don't actually know where it is.
Stream. Does this get any better? Does this get any better? I might just give up.
Like, they don't know what's about to happen. And I had no idea, like, I was in jail, right? I don't have access to the internet, like, is old school, whatever. So I have no idea, like, who knows anything. But once I start seeing those weirdos pop up, and the judge is like, why are these chimes going all the time? And I'm like, oh, sir, those chimes are going to go for a while. Maybe the court admin could, like, turn off the notification sound or something, but nah, let's just let it go. And I start seeing a billion people popping in. I was like, okay. And then when someone came on, they like had a giant, like they had a dildo on the screen, just like, I was like, that was kind of funny. And then someone comes on and drops the N-word a couple times. And that's when it was that one, the Nick Rekieta, kill yourself. That didn't stop anybody. But the court's like, someone's like, N-word, N-word, N-word. And the court's like, well, we got to stop this. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, why do they get special treatment? They're not even here.
What the fuck?
But I mean, once I realized that the news is out there, people have found out about it and they're in the arraignment hearing. It's like, what do? You just sit here and laugh because the court has no idea what they're in for. The jail staff are like,
I haven't covered the
We
Oz
usually
Media
see a
vid,
decent
no.
amount of people in these things. I'm like, oh, you usually do? It's like 9 pages of extra names on Zoom. You have no idea what's going on. That's cool. Next,
He's actually
Indiana the
coherent in
dog
this.
says, can you do the other half of the SCOTUS oral argument Trump immunity case as a comeback
Nick
stream?
did not say the
So we'll get
N-word.
mad views and no ruling yet and showcase your mad skills. Maybe. There's been a bunch of really good Supreme Court shit going on. The NRA did something useful. That was cool. Good job. Ann B says, can the cat picture stay? I'm actually hoping that the background, I have to frame out the shot on the camera and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure how everything's going to look yet and what pictures will be in there.
I Googled
the Joker
it.
painting will be
I looked for weird
in there
Garfield
very
pictures.
prominently. Depending on how the shot is framed, the Johnny Depp and the cat painting may make quite a big appearance. But I have to kind of put shit on the wall and then frame the shot in the camera before I can say what will be where.
What is he doing? Why does he keep doing that? Why does he keep squatting down and doing that? What is going on?
Sorry, I had to get the rest of them to load up.
Is he like
Lord
hiding?
Boff-
Is he hiding from Garfield? Like, what's going on?
And says, Rekieta Law tip, just say legal mindset. All the best to you, Nick. Hey, thanks, brother. Chichunia says, love you, Nick. Happy you're back. We missed you. Seriously, hope you're doing well. Thank you. Koof says, thank you for not killing yourself. Every time. Every time. You're welcome.
He's moving the mouse.
Casey
Oh,
1216 says, looking better. Keep being better, please. Okay. Candace Marie says, Nick, habits can be changed and corrected. Feeble mindset's eye, though, that is stuck in its way. Silver linings. Juggalo Debo says, still got your back from the day you started locals and will until you stop or I die. And how things are going. Where'd that go?
Ducking the allegations. Yeah.
And how things are going, I bet the latter is more likely. Cool. The Ralph retort says, thanks for confirming the interview. Looking forward to it. Hey, what's up, Ralph? Yeah, we'll be talking pretty soon, man. Cassie Mayron says, great mugshot. Locals gift? Yes, the locals gift was my mugshot. You're welcome. I've been planning it for a long time. No, the locals gift is still coming. I've actually, again, resumed talks with a standing response now.
I don't know if I can do too much more of
Chili
this, guys.
Cheese Jay says, good to see you back and looking healthy. Thank you. I have missed your old streams pre-Keffels craziness. Let the retards be retarded and do your rackets. Much love. Hey, cheers. Mary is me too. Are you up a little bit and timelines will become more predictable than where I want to gain weight. That'll be through a specific workout regime, and then I'll be
Okay, so that's it for me, dude. I'm tired. That's it. You guys are gonna have to watch the rest of this with somebody else. Thank you for being here. Please remember to like the stream. Consider super chatting. Consider becoming a member or joining the Patreon. It helps support me financially, which I do need because I am getting yellow marks on a lot of my YouTube videos.